Hey guys, it's me, Naked. I'm here to talk about my Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Sure, we've used Skype to get somebody into the game that couldn't quite make it to the table for a day, but we've never run a campaign completely online. So, we use Roll20 to do that, and I have to say that as a veteran DM over 15 years playing Dungeons and Dragons, this is by far the best way to run a campaign, in my opinion. Prep work is much easier, I don't feel as much DM burnout, and improvisation is just a Google search away. So, a little bit about the module itself. It's called Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and it takes place in the city of Waterdeep. You can see the map up on the screen. Waterdeep is the New York City of the Forgotten Realms. It's ancient. Its first founding happens long before human history even gets recorded. Originally, Waterdeep was the capital city of the world-spanning Elven Empire. Additionally, through an alliance of dwarves and elves, only, of course, after discovering riches underneath the city, they made a deal that allowed the dwarves to plumb the depths beneath Waterdeep, and they found riches beyond belief. But this deal nary lasted a dwarf's lifetime. So when that fallout occurred, the dwarves just stuck with their subterranean way of life, didn't have to associate with the elves anymore, and just continued plumbing the depths. So one of the fascinating features that's kind of a leftover of this is a massive underground network of tunnels, dungeons, caverns, and even numerous entrances into the dreaded Underdark. So yeah, Waterdeep. That's where this all takes place. So far, we're a few sessions in. That brings me to our heroes. And boy, are they fun. First up, it's Dopey. Dopey's a male halfling rogue. Following that is Dodagor, a human blood hunter. The third member of our party is Kaz, a water genasi bard. Second to last is Shul. He's a Yuan-Ti pureblood warlock. And last but not least, we have Sarantis, a Yuan-Ti pureblood druid. And now I'll briefly catch you guys up on what the party's been up to so far. The party met at the Yawning Portal, a famous tavern in the city of Waterdeep, with a curious feature, a giant abyssal hole that seems to go deep into the depths below Waterdeep. And they're hanging out, having a drink, eating chicken tendies like you do, when all of a sudden, a fight breaks out. And it's a little unfair, seeing 1 against 5. So the party members intervene on behalf of Yagra Stonefist and get her out of the jam she's kind of gotten herself into. But before the fight can even finish, a troll erupts from that abyssal hole I mentioned and attacks the members as well as the rest of the people in the tavern. With the assistance of the tavern owner and barkeep, they manage to lay the troll low, but not before attracting the attention of Volothamp Gedard. So Volo has lost his friend Floon, and he recruits the party to help find him. And their detective work sends them all over the city, from gift shops to the dock ward, finally ending up at a warehouse where they defeat some Zentarum gang bandits and find Rainier Neverember. Rainier was put in a broom closet and only knows that Floon was abducted by the Xanathar Guild. This leads our heroes to the sewers, dank and disgusting, in the depths below Waterdeep. They trudge through murky, filthy water to try and find Floon, eventually following little markings on the wall to the Xanathar hideout entrance. Defeating a gazer, they move on and explore the hideout. They have a few choice encounters, but ultimately they get to a large chamber where a half-orc wizard and an illithid, otherwise known as a mind flayer, seem to be torturing Floon. They make quick work of the half-orc wizard, otherwise known as Grumshar, a low-level Xanathar guild boss, but the illithid manages to escape before they can even lay their hands on him. But the day is saved. They've found Floon. They heal him up. They make good their escape from the sewers through the home of a lovely halfling couple known as the Peabodys. They half-drag, half-carry Floon all the way through the streets of Waterdeep, finally arriving at the Yawning Portal, where they find Volothamp spinning a long yarn over mugfuls of ale. When he catches their eye, he stops short and embraces his friend. But unfortunately, the gold he'd promised hasn't exactly come in yet. I guess book sales are going a little slow. So instead, he gives them the deed. That deed is to Troll Skull Manor, an old tavern in Troll Skull Alley. You can see the layout here on your screen, but this building in particular has been in operation for decades as a tavern or an inn, or some even say it's been an orphanage, but that's long, long ago. They enter the tavern for the first time, and it has a certain rustic appeal. There's thick dust on every flat surface, cobwebs abound, and a poltergeist. Turns out, Lif, the former barmaid, was murdered in some sort of past altercation and refuses to leave Trollskull Manor. She tries a number of different ways to dissuade our party members from taking up residence in Trollskull Manor, from drawing words in the dust to throwing things and smashing clay pots. But they soldier on and they begin the work of restoring the tavern, as well as getting to know their neighbors. From there, hearing of their fame, and because Volothamp loves to talk, a number of different factions throughout Waterdeep seek out our heroes, the first being the Emerald Enclave. The Enclave sends them all on a mission to root out and kill scarecrows that are terrorizing the Field District. After investigating and spending a few days in the field, they find one and manage to lay it low. But upon their return, the tavern is dark, and inside are two completely still figures. Scarecrows. Not in a place they belong. Okay, so I think we left you guys at rolling initiative upon discovering these scarecrows.
Yep.
In your tavern.
Yes.
There you go.
16 for me.
Okay.
19.
Alright, Wesley Doc got 14.
I just plugged mine in.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to do that, that'd be wonderful. I'm gonna roll for these guys. Okay. That's sweet. Let's actually give them control to me.
I like that you did the Inglorious Bastard sound.
I messed it up on one of you guys, but I'll just take care of that.
I was just mad that you gave it to Wes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was helping in the kitchen and stuff, so I actually haven't watched the stream yet, but I will watch it tonight and tomorrow.
It's strictly professional, so you guys should enjoy it.
Aww.
Oh, strictly safe for work.
Hopefully.
Depends on where you work.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, my job.
It really will.
My job will be just fine.
I'm just gonna like make a custom sound and then edit me saying "bad word" over any time you guys say a bad word.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So,
any
if you guys-
any demonetized jokes?
Yeah, well, everybody on the stream knows that we're all just degenerates wanting to act out our gratuitous violence fantasies. So here we go. But so we've got initiative order. Let me see if I can put it in order.
Caleb, you don't have to be muted anymore if you don't want to be, Doc.
I'm not.
So
All right,
up first we have
Miss you, homie.
Godagor.
Yeah, it's me, boy. Told you I'm here.
Yeah, man.
Not have put my sword away, just so we're clear. That I felt like I was getting followed home.
And what are we doing about Shul? Does he know what's going on?
I mean, he's about to hear a ruckus.
So he has a 5 initiative. So this fits perfect
Actually, appropriately, yeah.
with him
Nice.
spending the entire day in bed, peeking his guts out. Caleb, thank
We're
you
good.
for doing your homework and not putting an avatar on the screen. I really love you, man. Which, by the way, if you guys want to use webcams, you can totally do that. I don't care. I just didn't want literally this.
The pixel.
Like, hey, I'm a QR code.
You didn't want Minecraft blocks as everybody's ID. Sorry.
It's real immersive, Caleb.
It
Thanks.
matches his personality,
Exactly.
as in not being here.
Shuriken.
What?
Kind of looks like a shuriken.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah, it does. If Minecraft made shurikens, that's what that would look like.
What I'm about.
Oh God, I'm sorry for everyone that has
You are
to
up
see.
first.
I'm sorry for everyone that has to see Caleb's face.
Well,
Is that the
gonna
shuriken?
get demonetized now, I guarantee it.
Dude, you're gonna get TOS just seeing Caleb's face.
Ugh.
Seeing this first, I assume that these are actually scarecrows. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
They are. So the thing about these scarecrows, just like the one that you found in the field, they look completely normal. They're just regular old scarecrows.
Yeah,
The
they're
only thing
they're
that's-
filled with rabbits though.
They might be. You don't know. But
I hope
that's
not.
the thing. You don't know from looking at them that there's anything weird. The only thing that's really strange about it is that you have these completely normal, completely ordinary field scarecrows sitting in the middle of your tavern, in the middle of Troll Skull Alley, in the middle of the city of Waterdeep. You don't know how they got there, but all of
Sweet,
you
we've
kinda
got
have an
customers,
idea
dude. That's all I'm
what's up.
happy about. Inflow.
So are we just
Like
not
what?
locking the door when we leave, or like
Well,
people got in?
Who
this
was the last
morning?
one? Who was the last one to walk out?
Do we even have keys?
I feel a surprise round coming on if you guys don't do something.
Oh no, I'm going first. I'm
Okay.
stepping up, and I'm just gonna assume it's scary and evil like the other one. Because why wouldn't I?
Okay, it's completely immobile. It doesn't move an inch.
Please don't burn down the bar. It's going to be very difficult to make ghost friends if the bar is on fire.
Nat 20 on the scarecrow.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay, roll for damage. And remember, roll the dice twice.
Cleaved in half.
Y'all wish.
It's 2d10, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Plus, yeah, my sword is on fire because I'm a badass.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's
It's really bad for the metal, but I keep doing it
So how
anyway.
much fire damage is that?
5. Magical fire, to be clear.
You almost rake the top of the floor above you with your greatsword as you slash it down through this completely ordinary stationary scarecrow.
I'd like to be
And-
clear, it's a long sword.
You slash it in twain, and both sides erupt in flame. And unlike the first time, where the scarecrow remained completely immobile even while completely engulfed in flames, this one just lets out this almost like The Thing, if you've seen that movie.
Yep.
Oh,
And it just
God.
starts kind of twisting and flailing like a wacky waving flaming tulip man in the middle of the tavern on
Hell yeah.
fire.
Jesus.
That's called advertisement right there.
Fuck.
Just
Let's put it outside. Yep.
Come on down to Troll Skull Tavern.
And copyright strike.
There we go.
Yep, here we go.
Demonetized already.
The amount of fourth wall
5
breaking
minutes
jokes
in.
on our first D&D stream, I'm gonna limit to 5. So enough of that. I'm allowing the snake puns already. Please.
That's true. All right,
Yes.
we can't abuse him.
Okay, so you do that. He is just completely engulfed in flames. In fact, you're now concerned that the dry timbers that make up the supports for the floor above you might catch a blaze. I wonder if I can do that. But yeah, go ahead, Sarantis.
Alright, well, seeing the fact that I tell that everything above looks like it's going to, kind of, catch a blaze, just as a precaution, I'm gonna cast a 30-foot, let's see, I think it's a 30-foot cube. All of this is now just covered in
Damn.
water. The walls, the ceiling, everything.
Okay, so you're covering this entire area in water.
Yes.
With that, the flames currently engulfing the scarecrow are quenched, and I don't know if you guys have seen what like a bag of wet straw looks like,
Yep.
but it's like halfway between like melted, burning hair in a just lump of sack of potatoes kind of look. It's gross.
Kinky.
The Weekend at Bernie's kind of looking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just
And now
flopping.
I have control.
How do I get rid of the little squares? I don't know how to get rid of those squares I drew.
Clear drawing will get rid of them.
Yeah, it's a spell you have to cast. You have to be level 5.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Well, sorry guys.
I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Hold on. Clear drawings. Clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear eyes. Clear drawings. Okay, there we
Clear.
go. So there we go.
Also, we deleted Snake Man from the order.
Oh shit.
It's alright.
Hold on. I can put it.
We don't need them.
He can just go
Bad
right
word.
after me. It's fine.
Bad
Yeah.
word. You had
I
a
didn't
16.
say anything bad that time.
No, I
No,
did.
Palmer did.
Oh,
I did.
okay, cool.
I am going to shoot an arrow at this guy. 25.
A 25 will hit. Roll damage.
5 damage.
The already completely mangled and destroyed scarecrow lets off one final abyssal before collapsing to a heap of inanimate straw. Okay.
We just mopped.
Where are those little kids at?
Kaz, it's your go.
Cool. I'm gonna move. Oh shit. This
Bad
one.
word.
I'm gonna move over here, and then
Bad
I would like to cast Thunder Wave.
I like that the bard went to the
Okay.
stage to perform.
Cast Thunderwave. That's the
Uh,
karaoke stage, just for the record. Like, you guys have to make this.
Cool. He has to make a DC 12 con save.
That guy.
DC 12. Okay, not gonna roll that on the Twitch screen. Let's see.
You should roll it on the Twitch screen.
He fails.
Cool. He takes. Oh wait, I rolled this in here on D&D Beyond. I guess I can roll it.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
You should probably roll it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Share with the class.
2d8.
Yeah, I'm just rolling actual dice on my desk.
12 damage.
Cool. He takes 12 damage.
Very nice.
And because he failed, I believe he is pushed
10 feet.
10 feet
Reach a spell. Reach a spell.
10 feet.
10 feet.
and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
There we go. He is pushed away. You let go of this giant riff. You're just like, ba-bow, and just push him away, buffeting his tattered clothing and almost knocking the pumpkin head off the top of his body.
You're basically the dude with the guitar from Mad Max.
Yeah,
Yes!
that'd be super sick.
Except without the fire.
Or the guitar.
Well, yeah. You're basically just a dude.
For
from Mad Max
now.
You're a dude playing a dude
Dressed
that
as
just
another
wants
Yeah.
to be
dude.
another dude, and gratuitous violence.
Yes.
Is that all
fourth
you're
wall
gonna do?
break.
Do you want to finish the rest of your move? Do you want to just hang out there?
I think I'm gonna hang out here for now and see how things go.
Okay, cool. Sarantis, it is. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's this guy's turn.
Scarecrows.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Dotagor, go ahead and make a wisdom save as your eyes meet with the empty sockets of this pumpkin-headed scarecrow. Suddenly, the room goes dimmer.
10.
You are sucked in. The eye sockets are so dark that no light seems to penetrate whatever's beyond or inside this pumpkin head until blackness is all you see. You are overcome with fear looking at this. And you cannot attack because you are basically frightened and paralyzed by this scarecrow.
Oh boy.
And with that, sensing weakness, the scarecrow is going to move here, and he's going to attack Dopey.
Oh no,
Does an 11 hit?
it does not.
You lucky son of a gun.
I know.
All right, that's the scarecrow's turn. Up next after that is everybody's favorite Shul, who is currently still upstairs, kind of sick in bed, but he hears the commotion. All you hear is just this loud ruckus, and then this that kind of shakes dust from the rafters above your head and kind of just wakes you up. What do you want to do?
Alright, well, I guess I'm a little concerned. It's not the alarm clock I had set. So I guess I'm gonna hop up out of bed and kind of go out my
Full
door.
sprint forever.
Full sprint for the next 6 turns.
Yeah.
Well, what floor? On the second floor?
You're on the second floor. You can see your character right here if you zoom out. I don't know if what you're looking at.
It's
exactly.
right here.
Yeah.
In your bedroom.
Full send it.
Yeah, everybody. 3, 2, 1. You guys suck.
Oh man.
You're supposed
I
to
held
know
it down, but if
exactly
I let it go,
what
it
I
stops.
wanted to do. Okay,
So-
enough.
Farewell's here, right?
Okay, so you can move your movement, and then you can use your other action to also move your full movement, if you so desire.
Right.
Right now,
Just double move. You only got
just
one
know
flight
that
there.
there's something going on downstairs.
Right. I'm just trying to make sure I go through the actual doorways and not just.
Yeah, so far you've got a doorway to this hallway, this door, and then this door takes you to the stairs here.
6.
And you can cut these corners like this if you so desire.
Alright.
I will allow it!
So I guess I'll get right there.
Well, that is in a corner with no doors.
Yeah, you want to be right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you can be right
Perfect.
here.
I can get right there?
You can
I'll
get right there. 'cause you
Yeah, 'cause you
went
can do the
boom,
corners.
Boom.
It only counts if it's consecutive.
Like a boss.
Pathfinder BS.
Beautiful.
Okay. So now we're back up at the top with Dotagor. You are feared. At the end of your turn, you'll be able to make another wisdom saving throw. But for right now, like I said, you are magically frightened and paralyzed.
Cool. Is he dead?
The other
Yes,
one
he's
in
supposed to be
front of
dead.
you, he
Yeah.
is dead.
Cool. So I'm gonna be like, oh shit, that was scary, and then I'm gonna go right there. And that's my turn.
You can't move.
You're
I thought I could
paralyzed
only
right
move
now.
away.
You're
Oh, okay, I got
paralyzed
both.
as well. Yeah.
So pretty much
Cool.
the only thing you can do is end your turn and take your wisdom save.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your wisdom saving throw.
14.
You succeed, and the blackness kind of clears from your eyes. If you've ever held your fists into your eyes until you see stars, that's kind of what you're seeing as the darkness kind of disappears. And now the rest of the room, while still being dark and gloomy and now wet and smelly, you can kind of see and you can act next turn.
Sweet.
With that, up next is Sarantis.
Sarantis.
Yes. So everybody sees being that I'm part snake, you see kind of my teeth and my fingernails kind of grow a little bit and sharpen, and at that I take a step towards him and swing at him with primal savagery.
Very well. Roll your attack.
13.
You will hit.
Alright, so I take and I claw into him. God, wow!
You slightly sever the bag a little bit. A singular piece of straw falls to the ground.
All of that talk
I was
up.
gonna say that.
All of that talk up for a damage.
Okay. Yeah, your attack doesn't seem terribly effective against the scarecrow.
Puny snake.
Okay.
That'll be it.
That's it? Good.
Yep, that's it.
Dopey, it's your go.
So Dopey is actually going to attack this guy with both of his daggers.
Okay.
First one is a 22 to hit.
Easily hits.
Second one's a 26 to hit.
Oh, nat
Boom.
20.
Yep.
So first damage is 8.
Okay.
Second damage is 5.
Did you roll that twice?
8.
So you got, for the second one, it's 13?
Yes.
So you guys kind of see Dopey just go to work in a flurry of strokes against this tattered scarecrow, and straw and rags are stripped bare till all you have left in front of you is
6 flayed bunnies.
the 2 sticks upon which it was made and the pumpkin head. And with that, it's Kaz's go.
Cool. I am going to... That's the wrong thing selected again. Run up here and use my rapier.
You're gonna use your rapier. Excellent.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll
Which
your
I
attack.
think is...
Almost violated terms of service on that one.
+4. Yeah, you know. Keep everybody on their toes.
I hope everyone watches this enjoys this thoroughly.
Your 14 will hit.
I'll
this
enjoy
literal
you
pair of
thoroughly.
sticks and pumpkin.
Yay! This one.
Maybe if you ever came to visit, Nick.
Listen,
okay,
to
Kaz, this is your moment. You've waited your whole life.
I'm helping!
Right now,
This is my
Fun, like
moment.
6 sessions.
I'll wait. In true Critical Role fashion, how would you like to do this?
I probably carve the pumpkin with my rapier and stick a candle in it, and then just snap the sticks in half and stick them out of the pumpkin like a crown of thorns,
Hey,
and place it on the bar.
that was your moment, and I'm not going to shame you for producing this candle out of your butthole to do whatever you want. You do you. But,
I have a candle in my backpack.
like
You
you
don't-
dropped a pool cue, the scarecrow tumbles to the ground, broken and lifeless. So, we're done with combat.
Yeet.
But now, you guys look around, and the previous rustic flair of the Troll Skull Tavern has been replaced with wet, burnt flair. So
My favorite.
now you guys feel like, after you dispose of the remains of the 2 scarecrows, excuse me, there's now even more work to be done with the restoration. Can I get intelligence checks from just whoever wants to? And if anybody wants to roll to help rather than roll intelligence checks, that's fine too.
Natural
Doc.
20.
Doc, you're killing it. You estimate that there's at least 100 golden damages due to this fire. That's going to add to the 1,000 gold that you guys still need to finish repairs for the Troll Skull Tavern.
Assuming I make it downstairs and go with... Oh, what?
Oh, nice of you to join us.
Good morning, sunshine.
Can
How
I
you
keep
feeling?
the pumpkin head that I turned into a jack-o'-lantern for a lamp in my room?
Well, I don't know if you know this about pumpkins, but eventually they get rancid as hell, and it's gross.
And they get real mushy.
But maybe someone can preserve it in a similar fashion to a certain chicken tendy.
I think I can do that for you there, Kaz.
Yes!
He's not going to do things to the jack-o'-lantern that you would consider acceptable, oh sweet druid of mine.
Well, what he does in his spare time is for him.
The
I-
dark side of botany leads people to certain things that some might consider unnatural.
I just wanted a really cool nightlight, but
It's all right.
alright, it's fine.
Microwaves don't exist in this universe. Everyone's gonna be fine.
Jesus.
Okay, moving on.
I like the guy
No,
with
then-
the chicken tendy in his pants. Is the one that wants to move
Instantly, so I'm gonna run upstairs and look for what's her name? Margaret?
on. Margaret,
Margaret.
Gwendolyn, or the twins.
Yeah.
So you do a cursory search of the manor, and it seems like they closed up shop long before these scarecrows ever showed up.
Okay.
My sweet Gwendolyn's not here, thank God.
Gwendolyn is
Your sweet,
not
sweet
here.
Gwendolyn, who is me. I want to remind everyone, it's me.
You got a real pretty mouth, boy.
It's still me.
Let's take advantage of the GM.
Alright, well, I'm going to clean up the bodies in the front of our bar and throw
Hey,
them out
there's-
front.
There's 5 of us and 1 of him.
Gross.
It's true, but he is God, so
5 guys, 1
And
campaign.
4
Listen,
ancient
listen,
black
Doc, you
dragons
rolled a
show
20
up
on
and
it,
burn
tell
down
us
your
what's up.
tavern.
5 guys, 1 omnipotent being.
Just kidding. Dragons can't enter water deep.
Serentus, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Boom, 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 plus 5. Yes, plus 5. Boom. 19.
19.
Eugene,
Yes!
Yes!
humble tavern cat,
Cast speak with animals on myself.
appears at the window, and you hear another message sent via animal messenger. He says, "Well done, heroes. We hear that the issues in the field ward have stopped since you guys have been patrolling." Because, you know, they say you guys.
Use guys.
Use guys.
Feel free to visit the Enclave at your earliest convenience, so we can discuss your reward as well as future business.
Very well. Speak with animals on myself. Eugene!
Huh?
Oh, hello! My furry friend.
Hello, boss.
Did you see how these scarecrows got in here?
The what?
These things. Come here. Come here. I bring him inside.
He's you know, he's grooming
Training.
himself, and he's well, I've had a big day of catching all those mice, and kind of having a bit of self-care for myself at the moment.
Oh, I know. I was just seeing if you had happened to see anything.
I don't even know what that is.
Anything unusual?
And he's
Come-
right here, just so you know. He kind of, this window is almost kind of like how he gets in, because it doesn't really shut quite well all the way. You guys need to get the Carpenters Guild out to fix it, but in the meantime, it's basically his makeshift cat door.
Ah, okay.
DM takes note of that for future sessions and completely forgets for the rest of the time we run this campaign. Okay. continue talking to Eugene because he's just chilling.
Oh, very well. Gentlemen, did everyone else hear that?
Hear what?
What?
Come and collect our reward
For?
I like money.
at the Emerald. Hold on, I've got it on here. The Emerald Enclave.
Someone
Sorry.
remembered.
Yes, I put it in my notes on my character sheet.
Yeah.
You know what? You get a D6 of DM inspiration.
Yay!
Good job. Okay. So I'll
Well,
remind you guys that it's still pretty late at night.
Yep.
You
Let's
guys
go
have
to
used
bed.
A lot of spells. You guys can get a rest, and then maybe go check them out in the morning and talk to Margaret and Gwendolyn and see how things are coming with the general. Getting the tavern up and running.
I agree. Let's go to bed.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Steve
So,
Fleet.
You
I
guys
just-
all. I'm kidding. I don't care. Alright, so Shul, I'm putting you in bed because I'm tired of waiting. And then you sleep in the book room in a chair. We'll draw a little bed one day, who cares? Alright, so you guys go to bed. Shul, make a wisdom save.
Dope.
Okay. You don't hear words, but almost as if you were in a large, expansive room, kind of walking with maybe a thin shaft of light shining on the immediate surroundings. Maybe you could see 3 or 4 feet in any direction. You hear whispers that sound like they're immediately behind you, but each time you turn around, there's nothing.
It's just Dopey sleeping in the walls.
And this is in my room?
You're just in your room, but this is actually in a dream.
Right. Interesting.
Okay. So you guys kind of wake up. You guys hear the bustle of Waterdeep itself starting to come alive. The sun starts shining through your smoky, grimy windows. Which of you is the first to wake up?
Yeah, boy. I'm down. Looking for
We
food.
could technically roll initiative to see who was first to wake up.
Okay. If that's how you guys want to do it.
Sure. 13.
Doc's like, I'm going to have this every time.
That's why I suggested it.
Damn.
Okay,
He's
so
gonna
it
eat
looks
all
like
the fucking
Mike
bacon.
and Doc kind of wake up at the same time.
I have the higher dex as me.
Well, no, you have the higher roll, too. Oh, no, you both have the same. My bad. Okay, so, for this, we're going to say you guys both wake up at the same time. You might make it onto the stairs, but even the little soft pitter-patter of hobbit feet on the stairs kind of lets Kaz know, oh, somebody else is awake. So what do you guys want to do?
Dopey's gonna run downstairs to the kitchen and see if he can find, any first breakfast.
Okay,
down
so
into
you
the,
guys
like,
get
area
down
over here.
there, and it's early morning, but Gwendolyn is already there, and both boys are sitting at the counter enjoying a hearty bowl of porridge. Oh, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, my sweet Gwendolyn.
Oh, you flirt. It's me.
By the way, before we went to bed, I used my last spell slot to cast Purify Food and Water on Doc's Chicken Tendy.
We'll just let Twitch imagine what that chicken tendy is all about. Okay.
Don't
I
need to
would
go into
also like
detail.
to cast
We're good.
No need for
prestidigitation
details.
to make it vanilla scented.
Just burning slots. I can't wait for somebody to show up in the middle of the night. No slots, dude.
Prestidigitation's a cantrip.
Don't give me any ideas.
Alright, I'm
Costs
down here
me
by now.
nothing.
All right, so Gwendolyn's kind of busying herself making breakfast. Dotagor, you're not awake yet. Go back to bed.
Aw, dude.
I'll let
Yeah,
you
Dotagor.
I'll let you know.
Still bedtime. God damn it.
He's just like, I want to roleplay with the lady that is naked.
I want to roleplay with the dude that's pretending to be a girl.
Yeah.
Are there girls there?
I cast magic missile into the darkness.
If there's girls there, I want to do them.
Anyway. Professional.
I'm sitting here in a tuxedo, dude. I don't know what you want from me.
What?
It's always sunny in the Forgotten Realms.
So Dopey, you guys are awake. The porridge that the boys are eating is pretty fancy as far as porridge goes. You guys get the hint of like chicory and maybe some sliced apples, and there's even a few raisins tossed in there, which unlike every other universe, raisins are good in the Forgotten Realms.
What?
Are you okay?
Jesus, what was that?
I was
I
laughing
think
and
he
coughing
laughed
at the same time.
raisins while he was drinking something, maybe? I don't
Yep,
know.
that is exactly what happened.
Nice.
Ah, yes. Making fun of raisins, always good for choking someone to death.
That's how Darth Vader did it.
Yeah.
You thought it was the Force? No, he's throwing raisins.
Nah, man, it wasn't the fact that he was like
Just
made
yeeting
into
raisins.
a quadriplegic and burned half to death. He ate
Oh, you mean he was a
raisins.
human raisin?
I love this D&D stream that so far is like 10% D&D.
Perfect.
How is Dopey?
Okay, Dopey, Kaz, welcome back to the actual game we're playing.
Thank
Gwendolyn's
you.
in front of you. She's called you a flirt. It's still me. Continue.
Dopey's gonna ask her for a bowl of porridge, and he's gonna make small talk with the boys.
Okay. So Gwendolyn kind of goes back to this big pot that she's got, not quite boiling, but simmering on the stove in the kitchen, and she ladles out a bowl for Dopey, a big, hearty, human male-sized bowl for this hobbit, because she knows hobbits, right? And while she's at it, she goes ahead and ladles
We
out
like
some
to
for
eat.
Kaz, too. She
Sweet.
actually gives more to Dopey. Not extremely noticeable, but Kaz, go ahead and give me a perception check. Yeah, you do notice that Dopey's got actually more porridge than you, as she gives you both the wooden bowls.
Gonna say, I like to eat.
I prestidigitate his porridge to make it taste like shit.
Does the porridge get a saving throw? I want another constitution of this porridge.
It's pretty thick and hearty, though I don't know if it has the will to save itself.
You can roll a 1.
So,
I
while
don't think
you're
it does.
making
Dopey
it taste,
noticing that he got it.
It doesn't smell like shit. It just tastes like shit. So you don't actually know. But go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you notice the stochastic effects of prestidigitation to even have an idea. Kaz, roll a sleight of hand for me to combat against this. Let's see who wins this.
Yeah, he binds it to his finger.
+3. Yeah, just tapping my fingers on the table, kind of humming a song to myself.
Okay, roll with advantage. Doc's about to taste some shit. Bad.
Well, Dopey, seeing that he got more and he's a smaller person, is gonna offer to just swap porridges with him.
So far, it's not looking too good.
Oh no.
Prestidigitation it back.
Oh!
No!
So, Cass is just kind of humming merrily while tapping his fingers on the bar, looking over at Dopey's bigger bowl of porridge. Dopey, you kind of smile with this shit, soon-to-be literal shit-eating grin on your face, just like, yeah, bitch, I got more. And you don't notice the fact that he's cast prestidigitation on your porridge. And you grab your wooden spoon, and as the boys are just furiously shoveling mouthfuls into their gaping maws, making hungry and yet satisfied noises to the right of you guys, you ladle yourself a big bowl or not a big bowl, a big spoonful. And there's a couple of lovely raisins in there. There's cinnamon-soaked apples, and you shove it into your mouth.
Tastes so good.
Make a Constitution save.
I am literally going to kill you.
You don't know that he did it. You just think Gwendolyn can't cook all of a sudden.
Porridge is not her specialty.
Doc, you immediately vomit all over the countertop. Just as Gwendolyn is walking over to ask you how you're liking the porridge so far, and the look on her face is a mixture of horror, disgust, and loathing because she poured her heart and soul into this breakfast, where the boys are just enjoying it so much. You have just thrown up her breakfast masterpiece, and with a hump, she takes your bowl from you and goes and grabs a mop and just gives it to you.
Very well.
Now there's a reason in game for me not to have sex with you. I'm just kidding. It could still happen, but it'll still
Fuck out of my
be-
house.
Let's just sit outside.
The boys, seeing you being about their size, vomit way more than they could have probably ever eaten in one sitting, are equal parts impressed and amazed. Their jaws make an audible as their jaws just hit the countertop, seeing how much you actually expel.
I love that he did this because he was upset at something that I had no control over.
Well, you did. You just rolled an 11. And he role-played really well with the finger tap humming thing, and that's the only reason he got advantage. Don't worry, I'm sure you can figure out some way, as a rogue, to get revenge. Anyway, Donovan,
Alright, so
you
as
hear a
Dopey
commotion
starts
from down-
mopping and cleaning up down there, he ties together Kaz's shoes.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Christ.
Gonna get attacked,
Joke's
and
on you, I wear
gonna be
Velcro.
sticking, and the other guy's gonna be on the ground.
He's got orthopedic shoes.
Got them New Balances on, dude.
Doc rolled a 20 on his sleight of hand check. Kaz, you don't even need to roll. Your shoes are tied together. We'll just continue moving on. So, Dotagor, it is time for you to
I come downstairs, seeing the mess that was made by Dopey. Just wonderful, wonderful. That's what happens this morning. Great, wonderful.
Yep.
It's a great way to start off the day, but eat too
Yeah,
much.
I must have caught some whatever Shul had.
Yeah,
I mean, you were sleeping
Because he
in the
did
same
throw up
bed.
all over my
here.
room, right?
I'm gonna be over here then. You guys
You kind
can
of
just hang
walk
out.
behind the boys as they're finishing up their porridge. And as you get kind of closer, you can tell that they tense up a little bit. They're a little nervous around you.
Sounds usual.
Okay.
That sounds like
I'm
Nick
gonna
is
go
a
get
person,
food.
too. Children are scared of him.
So Gwendolyn's currently pouting in the kitchen. You're probably going to have to get her attention.
Gwendolyn,
Oh, awake are you?
I
see.
am.
Let's see if you enjoy this a bit more than your friend. And gives out another little... And ladles you out a bowl, gives you a wooden spoon.
Thank you. And I'm gonna stand right here and watch Dopey clean up his mess while I
Kind of
eat.
prop yourself up and just kind of ladling some spoonfuls in.
Yep,
How
just
do you like it? Is it pretty good?
It is delicious. It is a delightful meal.
Making yummy sounds the entire time.
Mmm.
Dopey, like,
Yummy,
what is your
yummy.
reaction to everybody around you enjoying the hell out of this porridge, whereas you're like, what? Make an intelligence check for me. Oh, by the way, depending on this check, okay, you got it. So now you do kind of get that Kaz fucked with your food, and then you type 2.
I'm in danger.
Yes, that's when I did it.
So now that you have enough evidence that this food is actually really good, you suspect that Kaz did something dumb, and you tie your shoes together. All right.
I give him my bowl and just say sorry.
Ha! I'm in danger.
Both of you make persuasion checks, opposed persuasion checks. Oh, Mike.
Oh! He's genuinely sorry!
He is not only genuine sorry, he gets his bowl, which he has yet to touch. He gives it to you, and he asks Gwendolyn for another bowl, and then pushes that in your direction too. And when he gets up to go and get that bowl, the second bowl, he immediately just face plants on the ground. And Kaz, you kind of sit there on the floor for a second. You kind of ponder your life choices, and you're just like, you know, I deserve that. Before going on to get yourself a bowl for
I just kind of fair enough and stand up. And...
Correct. Good. Okay. With that, who is next to be awake?
Myself and Shul.
Okay. You guys can come on downstairs and grab yourself some breakfast. As you guys are coming downstairs, both boys excitedly shout, "Finished!" And they put their bowls and their spoons down on the countertop, and they disappear down the hall. You guys suspect they're probably going to go check on Margaret, or they might go play outside. You're not entirely sure yet.
Do I even want to know what happened down here this morning?
When people
No.
can't handle their liquor.
Maybe they caught whatever you had.
I fell down.
Oh, don't come over to me, sick boy.
I fell
There'd
down.
be, there'd
I'm
be
going over here. I don't want to be around these sick folk.
Gwendolyn,
extra.
could I get a bowl of your delicious breakfast?
Yes, delicious.
Hopefully you enjoy it more than your short-statured friend, but yes, absolutely, sir. I'll be right with you.
Damn, she calls you short,
I need in days.
I don't know what was in that first bowl, but these two bowls are delicious.
You
She
probably
sees
got a
your
raise.
obvious attempt at pandering as insulting even further.
Gwendolyn, I will tell you, this is amazing.
Oh, it's an old family recipe, you know, we're simple folk, we make simple food. I'm glad you enjoy it. Perhaps we could consider putting it on the menu and having a breakfast served
I'm just
in
gonna
the
go
manner.
sit over here now.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't
That
get a
would-
straw in my mouth. That's on the internet now.
Forever.
Forever.
I guess that's the only thing you have a hard time finding in your mouth.
Ooh. Took him that whole time to come up with it.
It did. You could hear the clock like ticking in his head, the gears turning around and
It was the
around.
60
He's
seconds
like,
thing.
do I want to make a crayon joke? No, let's
Now-
go with this one.
Now he has the opposite of DM inspiration. He gets a D6 off.
Oh,
Yeah, D6 at disadvantage.
Yeah, so I giveth, so I may taketh away. But yeah, okay, Shul, you also get a bowl of really good porridge.
I don't even use a spoon. I just turn it up and
You just-
down it off.
You like, so you're a Yanti and you
He dislodged his jaw.
dislodge the lower portion of your jaw and it's just like, rah, and you just pour the contents of
You
your
just
bowl
deep-throated
into
porridge.
this extra large mouth of yours now. Gwendolyn is both shocked, scared,
And a little aroused.
and a little confused. Not aroused.
It's the forked tongue. It just.
Wow.
Eating
As
this
you
bowl-
literally eat the entire bowl in about one swallow.
and part of the bowl included, I kind of dug into that a bit in my excitement about actually eating something. So I took some of the ceramic bowl with it.
It's a wooden bowl.
Wooden bowl, even better. I took some of the wood with me.
Yeah, you did.
I hope that's not coming
Straight in
out
the
of
mouth.
my pay, Gwendolyn says when she finally recovers her senses. You adventurers certainly are a strange lot.
Well, what can? Well, I mean, well, yes, we have to be.
And with that, you guys kind of enjoying your breakfast. You hear the 3-step clonk of the elderly Margaret coming downstairs from the attic room over here where she was kind of tidying up and getting things in order. Oi! All of you! Are you ready to talk business yet?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I suppose.
Well, I will just tell you straight up. Your 240 gold is gone. The good news is, all your permits, all your licenses, all your approvals are in order. But you will owe 10 gold per Tendy to continue operation.
Well, I suppose that we have no choice.
Margaret sounds butch as fuck today, by the way. Courtesy
I was-
of me forgetting what people sound like.
It's okay. I just assumed she picked up a 3-pack-a-day habit.
Yeah, she started smoking when she had to put up with us.
Alright, so she explains to you that she met with several of the different guild memberships, including the people that deliver wine, the people that deliver all the ale, the people that handle all the meat deliveries. So that is in order for at least the first week, but there's still the matter of all the repairs that you guys have to get to the tavern. Which right now, give me a tally of everybody's gold.
I gave everybody my gold last session
It's
because
rough.
Yeah, I don't have much. Haha.
I forgot about something.
Doc also has Shul's gold, in case Shul doesn't know. Shul's like, where's my gold? Where is it?
None. Doesn't have any.
Mike has 0. So I'm pretty sure that that's everybody's gold. So you guys haven't put a dent in the 1,000 gold that you still owe for the repairs. Now, Margaret has done you the courtesy of scheduling various appointments with the Roofers Guild, with the plumbers, with the carpenters, all of them to come and make the necessary repairs, but they're going to need payment within 10 days.
Well, gentlemen, we can go back down. We can go collect from the Emerald Enclave. Apparently, there's some sort of reward for us there. We can make our way there and see what we can get from them.
Sounds good to me.
And then perhaps they have follow-on quests to, I don't know, find out where
Perhaps I'll
those
metagame.
scarecrows. What? They said there was a reward?
They also said they might have more stuff for us to do.
That's true, they did.
That's also
That's-
true. Dopey, I forgot to mention, when you woke up this morning, you remembered and noticed the paper crane still sitting on your bureau.
Oh yeah, the one I said nope and left the other day.
You're just like, not my problem.
That is not my job.
I don't play with that
Very true.
ghost stuff.
He goes back up, grabs it, comes back down.
Okay. So
I cast
you
Fireball.
go ahead and open it and check it out.
the paper crate.
Of course.
So what you find when you unfold the paper bird, which you guys have another one that you found earlier in your adventures just for future use if you care to use it, but this one is used up. It's now basically, once you unfold it, a normal sheet of parchment, and it reads, Rainier tells us you are a good bet. He bought you tickets to the opera tonight at the Light Singer Theater in the Sea Ward. If you're interested, meet Met at intermission. Private box letter C. Formal attire is required for admittance.
Well, shit. Didn't you get that last night?
I'm pretty sure I got that like 2 days ago.
Well,
Whoops. Well,
So enclosed in the note are 2 tickets.
so
look at the tickets and see if there's a date on them.
There is! And conveniently, It's tomorrow evening.
Oh, thank God. Cool. Well,
Well-
I don't have any fancy clothes. Who wants to come with me?
Well,
I'll go.
let's go to the Emerald. I need one to come with me. Kaz.
Yeah,
Very well.
I can't afford fancy clothes, so I
I
guess I'm.
cannot either.
Well, I guess Dadagor, you're with me.
Word.
What about
Sure.
Sure. He can help, stay here and clean or whatever, because he didn't help us fight the other guys.
I'm sure
Hold
that
on.
now that he's feeling better, he'd probably want to actually go and do something.
Yeah, I think so.
He can help you match colors.
And good thing, I'm
Unless
always
you're gonna go all black.
All
really
black,
what I consider
obviously.
elegant clothing.
All right,
all-
so let me get Dopey and then Sarantis to make an initiative roll.
Okay. +1. Wow. Wow.
Guess we're going shopping, boys. All right, so Dopey, you out of all of you, except for maybe Dotagor, you have done a lot of exploring in Waterdeep. You make your way to the southern part of the North Ward as it borders on the Trades Ward here. And you go looking for a tailor shop, and it doesn't take you too long until you see this ornate gilded wooden sign, and it's got a spool of thread with a sharp silver needle laid against it. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna head inside
Okay.
and talk up to the guy who's at the counter and be like, "So, I am going to."
Before you do that, as you open the door, you know how doors for shops typically have that little bell, especially in Waterdeep, that rings? This is a little different. As you fully open the door, there's no window, you can't see through it. The other doorknob strikes this massive gong, and it just goes
Dang.
announcing your presence not only to the entire shop inside, but to the entire world almost. It's so loud. And it's quite jarring, kind of, to happen. And what you see...
Didn't realize I drop kicked that door open.
Yeah, is behind the counter a bespectacled, elderly human male with just the sweetest Fu Manchu mustache and goatee.
Nice.
Word.
Raises his face from his ledgers, you would assume. He says, "Ah, welcome, welcome. Can I help you, good child? Oh, my forgiveness. Good sir, good sir."
I'll let that slide.
Thank you. I do apologize. I do.
Good day. I am in need of some fancier clothes because I am going to this thing tomorrow evening.
As am I.
Both of you guys
This
make
is my
perception checks.
Macros for the win.
Nice.
So, Nick, you notice that the shop has a few things available off the rack, so to speak, and they're all approximately your size. Doc, there is nothing close to a halfling-sized formal attire that you can find in this entire shop.
Yeah, I believe it. Sure, I guess I'm gonna need something made for me.
Ah, yes, of course. Give me one moment. Let me have a look in the back. And
course.
with that, he kind of flips his beard over the side of his shoulder and kind of whisks through a curtain into the back, and you kind of hear there's rustling, and it sounds like metallic things are being shoved around, like wooden drawers are being pulled out of chests and thrown to the side. It's quite a ruckus for whatever reason. You wouldn't even suspect that someone this elderly could make so much noise. But he comes back out, and it's not necessarily halfling size, but it's more closer to your size. It's just tall. He's like, I was commissioned to make this for a half-elven nobleman who regretfully did not pay. So what I can do is perhaps fit it to you and maybe tailor it for you. It should be a good fit around the shoulders and the waist. However, I believe that the pants and sleeves will be far too long.
Yeah, I don't have that long of limbs.
So he asks you to step forward onto this little dais, and it's got the trifold mirror. You got one mirror in front, the other two on the side. Everybody that's tried on a tuxedo has been in front of one of these before. Unfortunately for you, even stepping up onto the dais, you can only see like your face in the mirrors.
That's better than I can see in most mirrors.
You see him kind of stroke his beard a little bit. And he's like, give me 1 moment. And with that, beard over the shoulder, back through the curtains, big ruckus. Things are crashing. You even hear the sound of breaking glass now. And he comes out, and he's got what looks like a rudimentary wooden stepladder.
Yeah, that works.
You step up, and this allows you to see your full form, except for maybe your feet, in the trifold mirror.
Alrighty, let's do this.
He takes the blazer of this formal robe, I should say, and puts it over top of you. And we're talking Wizard Sleeve City, man. Your arms and then the sleeves just kind of fold over and go an extra arm length past your fingertips. And you kind of look over at Dotagor and you kind of go, woo!
I flop my sleeves at him.
Dotagor, you're still kind of checking out the racks, seeing if you can find something that might be a bit more martial, but also
happens to
formal.
the Tendy?
You want it to
Right.
breathe, but you don't want it to get in the way of swinging your sword. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We'll get there.
So you see him wave his little wizard sleeves at you, and the elderly human grabs both your wrists and just kind of plants your arms with surprising spryness and strength next to you. And he starts rolling your sleeves up furiously, and he takes a little white piece of chalk and he starts making marks along every edge. He takes out his tape measure, and for whatever reason, he puts it around your head for a second. He's just like, and then he continues on. He measures your shoulders. He's measuring your waist. He motions to a pair of pants that are hanging on a hook next to the mirror here, and draws the curtain so that you can try the pants on.
Very well. I slip my pants off and grab my
With
chicken
that,
tendy.
What? Make a sleight of hand check.
Very well.
It's gonna get real interesting during that end scene.
You manage to catch the chicken tendy before it falls on the floor as you disrobe. And for
then I
those
put-
watching at home, yes, there was a chicken tendy in his pants.
And then I put the other pants on and shove that chicken tendy down in there.
Gotta make sure they fit right with the chicken tendy.
Got to.
Gotta get that tendy in there. So, you say that you're ready for him to kind of measure up, and he opens the curtain again. He takes out his measuring tape, and just like every tailor, he kind of puts one hand down by your ankle and he starts measuring your inseam, and he bumps against the chicken tendy, and he's just like, oh, and just makes that one noise, just oh, and
I just wink at him.
he doesn't say anything else. He just makes that one surprised sound, and then goes about furiously marking all of the measurements so that he can later tailor it in. And what the actual clothing is, it's like almost a denimish fabric. It's very thick, it's very heavy, but it's sturdy. It's not going to be very protective, obviously, but it looks nice. It's all black, and he motions to
Perfect.
a number of blouses that would go with it that he can also tailor for you. He just really wants, since he has the measurements already, he just wants you to pick a color to go with it.
I'm gonna pick a dark gray.
Dark gray. Okay. Real emo today.
Yes, always.
Have you found anything to your liking?
Absolutely.
Okay, why don't you describe it for me?
It is a. It's got. Oh, what is it
Put him
called?
on the spot! Haha, now you know what it's like to be the DM. Wait, no, I don't make this all up.
Wait, I'm the DM. All right. It is. It's a light bit of clothing that has dark colors and thicker padding on both the chest and shoulders, so that it's what I found that had the most protection while also sort of keeping with the aesthetic of being a blood mage.
So having seen your selection, you guys don't know his name yet, but his name is actually Grimk, and Grimk sees it and he's like, "Oh, what an excellent choice, sir. Might I recommend just one more thing?" And he kind of goes back through the back. Beard goes over the shoulder. You hear like more sounds, and he comes back out with a beautiful velvet cape with almost golden threaded rope as the tie around it. And he says, "This cape was made for your outfit, sir. And if you choose to purchase this, I will give it to you for free."
I fucking give the eyes to Doc. Like, okay, did you you down to spot me?
Dopey just shrugs at him.
Dopey's just like dollar bills, y'all.
All right, sounds good.
Dragon coins, y'all.
I appreciate that. That's good role playing. You get inspiration. We're gonna be like Oprah. You get inspiration. You get inspiration. You get inspiration. So far I'm tracking it. Wes and Doc, both of you guys have DM inspiration. Okay.
Nice.
I'm absolutely buying the cape, dude.
Nice. Okay, so he looks at you, Dopey, and he says it'll be about 2 weeks for him to do the alterations.
Is there any way you can get it done by tomorrow?
Is there any way you can pay more for the rush service?
That all depends on how much it costs now.
Well, let me look. And he produces an abacus from underneath the counter, and he starts faster than you can see his fingers move. And you're a rogue, so you're pretty good at seeing things that move fast. But he has a dexterity that belies his elderly appearance. And he says, "Well, before the alterations, I was going to charge that half-elven nobleman 100 gold for this custom piece of work. Seeing as I've had it sit in my back room for at least a few 10 days, I will allow you to take it off my hands for, let's say, 40 gold. Now, add in the price of my labor, me explaining to my other customers why I had to delay their orders to make the alterations to your order. If you toss another 10 gold for the
Does
rush
this place look
orders."
busy?
It's not occupied by anybody else aside from you guys right now, but it seems to be able to afford a lot of the finery in here. They must do a decent bit of business.
Gotcha.
And it's in a great location. This is like the Tyson's Corner Mall of Waterdeep area. This is the pricier part of town.
Gotcha.
So all in all, good sir, I believe it will be 1, 2, 3, carry the 4, 50 gold.
50 gold for just my outfit and the rush job, correct?
Correct.
How much would it be if I paid for his outfit as well?
Furious abacus happening. Well, off the rack is considerably cheaper. Does he intend to have it tailored? Does he want to try it on?
I look over at him.
Sure.
Okay. So you step up onto the dais. You step up onto the stepladder, and you can only see your crotch in the mirror.
Hell yeah. That's how I like to introduce myself.
He walks over and he's like, Sir, if you would please step down.
I step off the ladder.
He puts it off to the side and allows you to step on the regular dais, and he slips the outfit kind of around your shoulders, not really requiring you to take off any of your armor. He just wants to see if it's a decent fit, and it's snug right now, but you know just from wearing it that if you weren't wearing your armor underneath, that it would be almost a perfect fit.
Awesome.
Alright, so
Does this
no
meet with
alterations.
your requirements, sir? Or would you like me to take it in a little? Would you like me to expand it a little? I can take measurements if you want. And he kind of clutches his measuring tape, just kind of with a little tiny bit of almost imperceptible excitement at taking your measurements.
Sure, you could take my measurements, and I would like it let out in the shoulders a tiny bit.
Very
can
good,
move.
sir. And you kind of feel his hands gently across your back, measuring your shoulders, and he's like, "Ah, yes, yes, maybe an inch or two here. Absolutely, sir. Anything else, sir?" And he clutches his tape again.
That would be it.
So you kind of see his eyes and his face kind of droop. Just like, "Very good, sir." And he grabs the outfit from you with the moderate things, and he's got the same fabric, so you can add here and take away a little bit there. He'll make it work. And I assume that you would want this by tomorrow as well, correct?
Correct.
Very well. Well, being off the rack, that would have been 10 gold. The rush job for the alterations, considering it's not very much, we'll say another 5 gold, good sir. Bringing our total amount to, carry the 5, 65 gold pieces.
I think we can swing that.
Okay. You guys go to pay him, and he's like, "No, absolutely not, sir. Cash on delivery when you're satisfied with my product."
Very well.
And that brings us to Sarantis, Shul, and Kaz.
It's out here pimping, dude.
Well, gentlemen, since they want to look all fancy, I guess we won't be going with them tomorrow.
Okay.
That's fine.
Just for
And
the
then-
record, those are some really expensive clothes. 65 gold for finery like that. You kind of have a feeling that maybe he's overcharging, but
I thought so too, but
key
But it was a
we
pimpin'
might
cape.
return that. We might come back to it when you guys go to pick up your delivery. And I forgot to mention, you guys can meet him there in the morning to pick up your items. But Wes,
Cool.
you're headed towards the Emerald Enclave with
Yes.
Kaz and Shul in tow.
Shul, since you were not here last time and you did not come, this is a group that I am now a part of. It is a group of druids. Please respect the
Drip, Karen?
respect everything. Respect the area we're about to go into. Yes.
Understood.
The warlock is just so about it.
Set everything on fire, aye.
So you guys get to the part of the North Ward that starts to give way to that lovely masoned wall, overgrown with flowering ivy, until you reach the familiar jewel-encrusted and engraved bronze gateway that's again intertwined with vines.
Yes. Hello. How did Kaz? How did we get in last time? I know I'm a member, but I forget.
Speak, friend, and
I remember that. Oh,
Hold on.
Jesus. Okay.
I'm kidding. That's not how you do it.
Oh,
That's-
come on. I said it no.
Basically, that happened. We were hearing voices of that one dude, and then the wall
Oh yeah,
retracted.
just open.
So as you guys kind of speak, he's like, "Ah, yes, a member of the Enclave returns." This disembodied
Yes.
voice from all directions kind of fills your mind. Kaz, Shul, you can hear it too. And as they speak, the vines again start to untangle and unfurl themselves from the gateway, until just a few remain, but those last few grip it tight and start to pull the bronze gateway open, and you guys can now see past the vine-entwined bronze gateway to the loveliest garden. Now, as you guys kind of take it in again in its full glory, it's an even more lovely day inside the Emerald Enclave. You see small little rocks kind of floating over the pond, and individual waterfalls just seem to kind of spring out from each of those rocks and just dribble into this otherwise fairly peaceful pond littered with lily pads and small creatures. And bumblebees, or their equivalent in Forgotten Realms, buzz about, pollinating various beautiful flowers. You make your way into the Enclave, and you guys are met again by a familiar face, the overall sporting Melanor Fellbranch. It's like, welcome back.
Thank you, good sir. I have, well, I say I cannot take full credit. My companions and I have gone and started looking for the scarecrows. We happen to run into a few. I do not know if it will solve the problem in its entirety, but as according to your message, there haven't been any more disturbances, so it seems we've put a stop to it for now.
Hey, bud.
Yes,
You got them.
What?
I said, hey, bud, she told you got them.
Well, he told it. The voice you guys heard was Melanor's voice through your friendly cat, Eugene. Okay.
But again,
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be a permanent fix. I can't promise a permanent fix, but for now, as you had said through our furry friend, that it is taken care of for now.
Yes, very well. Initial reports from the field ward state that while all scarecrows seem to have disappeared from the fields, there haven't been any attacks in half a 10-day.
Well, that's very good, and hopefully there shall not be any more.
Well, let us hope not. Wes, add to your notes 1 renown with the Emerald Enclave.
Okay.
With that, he's like, well, what could the Enclave do for you in exchange for this excellent task?
Well, I do not know if I could get help from you, but my companions and I are short on some coin. We are trying to open up our tavern that we have, the Troll Skull Manor, and perhaps we could get some payment for what we have done, or if there are more jobs that we could possibly do for some coin.
You kind of see him just kind of touch his temple, and he's like, well, friends, really truly, membership in the Enclave is its own reward. I mean, the benefits of magical boons by itself, quite good. And he kind of thinks about it. He's like, so, you're trying to open a tavern, are you?
Yes. The Troll Skull Manor, I apologize.
Troll Skull Manor. You know, I've heard of that. Down in Troll Skull Alley, coincidentally. Totally.
Yep.
Duh.
Yes.
Well, might you, He kind of sits there and he's thinking to himself, go ahead and make wisdom checks, or insight if you have it.
Insight.
Pretty sure insight is wisdom.
5. Yes. Boom.
So the gears are turning in Melanor's mind, and you kind of get the feeling that he's turning this over in his head completely unrelated to Enclave business, but maybe it has a personal interest.
I see you thinking there, friend. What is on your mind?
Well, and his face kind of darkens a little bit. He's a little, you just kind of get a sense of melancholy. He's like, well, my mother recently passed away, and she well, she left me a decent sum of dragons, and I'm a simple man. I'm a druid. I don't have much need of riches, but rather than just give it away, I feel as though perhaps we could grow this wealth for greater benefit. So I've been shopping around the city, looking for potential investment opportunities. And a tavern, especially one run by those who I trust, and you've proven yourselves to be not only excellent heroes, but apparently savvy enough to purchase a tavern. And he kind of mulls it over in his head a little bit. Would you consider a silent partnership?
Can I have a second with my companions here to discuss? As I am not the sole owner, and it is a co-owned tavern, I would definitely like to discuss it with the other owners before.
Oh, yes, I completely understand. In manners of business, one is always good to communicate with your partners. We wouldn't want to make any sort of brash decisions here. And again, I wouldn't want to spend any of Mummy's money on something that might not turn out in our favor. That being said, what kind of number are we looking at here?
Well, we need roughly 14 to 1,500 dragons.
Make a bluff check.
I wasn't trying to bluff. I thought that's what it came to after the fire.
I thought it was like 1,200.
Oh, okay. I'm not trying to lie to
Okay.
him. I legitimately...
So you say 1,200.
Yeah.
Got it. There's takes backsies, so it's okay. So he kind of says 1,200. Well, not to toot mother's horn, but 1,200 would be very reasonable for such an investment. If your partners are agreeable, I would let all of you manage the day-to-days for a, let's say, 25% cut.
Can I come back to you tomorrow? As this is only 3 of us, there are 2 others that I need to, that we need to consult with and we need to discuss as a whole, because again, there are 5 owners and I do not want to leave 2 of them out of such a large decision.
You know, I'm a druid gardener of the Enclave. I have so much to do with just planting trees that plant themselves and prune themselves. Yeah, I've got plenty of time.
Very well. I shall come see you
Love it.
first thing tomorrow morning after I can discuss it with my my companions.
Might you know Animal Messenger as a spell? You're a druid. I'm a druid. Let's use the animals. Maybe we can just call me maybe.
Call me maybe.
Why is that so funny?
Um,
You guys, as you're kind of hearing this, the disembodied voice of Jaren Falcon, the demigod of the Enclave, you kind of just hear her chuckling.
I actually do not know that spell, unfortunately.
The correct response was, "Hey, I just met you."
And when you tell
This
him
is
that
crazy.
you don't know that spell, Eleanor just kind of smirks at you and it's like, he's just kind of like,
Of course you didn't.
a rookie, huh?
Yes, precisely.
Shitty druid.
Okay, so you guys have that conversation. He gives you the 1 renown with the Enclave, and just so you guys know, the level of renown you have is going to have a direct impact on calling on these factions to help you in certain ways.
Okay.
So it's very important that you keep track of it. In some cases, you can have them intercede and cast a spell, but its spell level is limited by the amount of renown that you have. So that's just one
Okay.
example, but that's how it goes.
Okay.
So you finish up your business at the Enclave.
Well, actually, I
after
asked
leaving-
him before we leave. Are there any other matters that you need us to go investigate? Any more Any demon bunnies?
Well, demon bunnies.
Holy hand grenades.
Well, I do not expect scarecrows to normally come to life, so maybe
Is that
rabbits
a
have...
reference to that play with the Monty Python group?
Oh, yes.
I love that
Disembodied
one.
coconuts in the distance.
What kills me in that play is where the wizard says, "Some call me Tim," and he just starts slapping his knee. Yes, Monty Python is canon in the Forgotten Realms now.
Yes.
Yes.
Hell yes.
There
We
you
have-
go, Wizards of the Coast at me.
We have won D&D.
Okay, so you guys kind of share a funny moment about the play, but for now, sorry, lost my composure. You all are doing excellent work, but for right now, I don't think there's anything for you to do necessarily. If I do hear of something, I'll send a street cat with a message, and then maybe one day you'll learn the big boy spells.
Well, thank you.
Throwing
Very
shade.
well.
Druid spell.
Hey, it's what you do when you're like the new guy, you know? The old guys rib you
Gotta
a
hate
little bit. You gotta,
Yeah, you gotta rap the new guys.
Just, he's not duct taping you to a chair. He's not going to NJP. You know, it's no big deal.
Duct taping you to a flagpoles, whatever.
Yeah.
Edward 40 hands.
Oh boy. I did that once, but with chocolate milk.
Yes.
A night that I will always regret.
No.
That sounds like dying.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds
I
like a
didn't
great
poop
evening.
for 2 days. Anyway,
Ooh.
moving on. That's
Black
also
is
canon.
intolerant.
Whoop whoop. You guys conclude your business at the Enclave.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do now? Let's just say that now they finished at the tailor shop. You guys have finished at the Enclave. You guys make your way back to our favorite tavern.
Well, let's go over.
You run down the street with the floppy doors.
Oh, do you guys
Yeah, the
want to
high
visit-
noon ones.
you guys want to
Senor.
visit your friend?
Senor Floppy Dick.
Bad word.
What? His name's Richard. We're just, give him a nickname.
Old tricky dick.
I don't know who that
Fuck.
is.
Fuck that guy.
So, you guys are talking about that rude dude?
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
name was Emic Friend. Now, Dotagor, while we were on our week break, you kind of had an interaction with this gentleman. If you guys want to share with the class.
Absolutely. So I was strolling about the street as I do. Soon
As
to
one
be
does.
in a cape.
Indeed.
I saw this hooded looking dude, so I started to follow him, right? Turns out it is Emic. And I followed him down to the dock ward. He went into an alley and he met a couple of young halflings and paid them for something. And then when they went down an alley, I lost them. I didn't feel like getting ambushed, so I didn't keep following.
Why didn't you call me?
I don't have a
Well,
bat signal.
At this point in time, Dopey, you were basically called upon by this fortune teller off the street. And separated the two of you because you went and got your fortune told while Dotagor continued kind of exploring.
That makes sense.
Waterdeep City.
I'm a sucker for fortune tellers.
Yeah.
Just like the gypsy woman said.
Whispering things that I can hear.
Whispering in a chat with a bunch of dudes.
It's all good.
You're a bad
Alright.
whisperer. You
So
rolled
you
a
guys
1 on
report
your
that.
stealth.
You guys kind of talk about that. And if we go over to the alley, zoom out. You guys kind of know that his tavern is up here in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, it's over there.
It's right here, yeah.
I thought it was this one.
Yeah, that's all the same building. This is basically the entrance into the kitchen/scullery room, and this
Gotcha.
is the tavern itself. Now, remember, his is only 1 floor, despite it being like pretty much every other house along these streets are kind of rows of tenement housings with at least 2 floors. That's one of the reasons why his doesn't have. I mean, you can suspect if you have any business sense that less room means less rooms to rent out, less customers you can seat. Therefore, you guys have a lot more earning potential having just a better space than him.
He's mad.
And he might be mad about that,
Nerd.
We got a better building.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do?
Burn it.
What?
No.
He said fireball, bro.
There are take-backsies. But only
I-
to a certain point.
I realize what he's doing because I too am a spellcaster, and I stop him as soon as I see him start.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can actually burn it. I'm saying that we commit arson.
You guys cast hideous laughter on a tavern.
That'd be terrifying.
Ooh, burn!
That'd be worse.
Oh, God,
You don't even
imagine
have a
having
real door.
that.
Ha
Yeah, the shutters
little
are just
flat-
flapping
What you guys
open,
would
and you
really-
just hear laughter booming out of it.
Yeah, if you guys hear laughter booming it out of the tavern afterwards, like, you should kill it with fire after all. 'Cause it's a mimic. It's a mimic like our friend Gavin here.
Big ass mimic.
Official sponsor of the stream. You know, I keep him well
Hi,
fed.
Gavin.
He lets me hold my drinks with him, so it's really nice.
The building just started banging.
Okay.
Fucking monster house that shit.
So you guys have explored most of Troll Skull Alley, Downton Abbey.
It's a church now.
Um,
Oh, that's a bunch of
and
proof
the
around.
one thing, the two things that you guys I don't think have visited yet are the greenhouse or the detective's office.
I visited the greenhouse.
Did you?
Yes, when I bought the pot and the plant,
You bought
Or the-
pot at a greenhouse? Oh,
the
yes.
soil for my little thing.
Yeah, the soil and the pot.
I've got a jar of dirt.
My jar of
It
dirt.
starts playing in the background.
So, what you visited was the Corellan's Crown. And Fala Lefalier, when you open the door, is smoking a long-stemmed pipe and looks over at you with lazy eyes and blows a
crack.
smoke ring and says, "Hey man, welcome to the Corellan's Crown. Like, come in, take a look around, take your time. There's no hurry, man. We don't want to harsh any vibes around here, so just do your thing."
It's like being in a Jamba Juice.
Exactly like a Jamba Juice, except with like more magic. Yeah, magic.
And the plants, you know, the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, do you need some plants, dude? Cause I can give you some plants, dude.
Give me some plants?
Well, we don't really like vibe with the whole capitalist culture or the feudal system.
Uh,
Oh god, our neighbors are commies.
We just kind of dig this anarcho-communist commune
Burn it.
thing, and we just kind of
That's what you do with the plants?
And if we get some money for it, man, it's all about just good vibes and doing our thing.
How has it survived this long in Waterdeep? Like, they tax the shit out of everything.
They tax what you report, man.
Alright, well I firmly support tax fraud.
Power to the people, dude.
You think if we turn him in, we get a bounty?
It's
Can we get all of his back pay? I'm
Anyway,
calling the IRS.
That's not neighborly, but you guys do. If you guys want to be bootlicking shills, be bootlicking shills.
No, I just said I supported the tax evasion. It's a wonderful maneuver.
Either
I
way, if you
simply-
don't
How they
make
got my
any
boy Al.
sales, you don't pay any tax. This person is so high, they just like bunny ear quote, air quote, everything, even things that.
Nice.
don't-
Hell yeah.
Plant!
Plant, yeah, you get it, you got it, dude. You know what? You get this right. She passes you a
This is a she?
small, yeah.
Yes.
She-
Oh.
She
Oh,
is,
she's
I
smoking.
fully support
she
arson.
is befreckled, redheaded, but dreadlocked, and she's got some sweet
Oh,
sticks
he just gave me everything and took it away.
just kind of gauging out her earlobes, and you can see she's rocking some pretty interesting tattoos, all obviously all
Just my
natural,
type.
you know. She's vegan.
Is her armpit hair braided?
No, it's in dreads.
Okay.
Yeah, she's using this sweet beeswax blend and vanilla, so her dreads don't smell awful either. So that's great. It's magic. Woo, 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 woo. She
I like
also
it.
kind of motions behind us like, oh, and you know, like, what our real business? Like, we could give you flowers and you could make them into things, but our real business, I guess, is just selling some of these potions, dude. We got all kinds of stuff. If you're feeling bad, you can get a potion of animal friendship and you can get a friend. It's sweet. You could ask for like one of these potions of healing, and if you like stub your toe on the coffee table while you're trying to make some bagels, like it'll totally fix you right up, man. I broke my toe on this quartz coffee table the other day in my apartment, and then she just goes on for another 5 minutes telling this story. And she passes you a bag while she's talking, and it's full of just this awesome wizard weed, and she passes it over to you. You kind of open it and take a sniff, and she's just kind of like, hey, can I have some of that?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to buy it.
Oh, wow, way to go. Like, cool, man. I guess I'll just remember that next time I try to share my stuff.
Who did she pass that to?
She passed it to Dottigan.
Oh, she
Oh.
passed it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not about to fucking... Hell no, dude.
You're like, you're...
How much you
Yeah,
want?
she kind of taps out her pipe on the counter. She's like, just fill me up, brother.
Got you.
Wow, you know how to pack a pipe, man. Nice.
Yeah, I do.
And she just kind
Did she even light it?
of... She did. That's what I was mimicking, but I know. It's like... Anyway, she lights it, and she lets out a big puff. She's like, yeah, man. You know, I can just feel the real
Okay.
good vibes going on.
I simply need a simple planting pot and some soil.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, let me take you to like our garden section. It's out in the greenhouse, dude. We got all kinds of cool stuff. And it's like the Lowe's landscape department, right? They've got stacks of clay pots here and there. They're handmade, so they don't really stack perfectly, but they kind of fit inside each other. Just like, I made this one when I was just like super high, and it's shaped just like a dragon.
Something that will cost me around, I don't know, 5 copper.
Oh, yeah, dude, I could totally. If you don't have the scratch for the sweet ass dragon pot, we got some pretty small planters over here. And she kind of just gives you like, basically like a 1 cup size planting pot for 5 copper.
Actually, I kind of thumbed through my coin first. What about 50 copper? What will that get me?
Oh, I think I'm gonna need you to come help me lift it. It's so big, but we got a pretty decent sized pot back here. Come here. And Wes, if you've been in my backyard, you know that big red pot I have that's just sitting there with nothing in it because the squirrels keep stealing anything I plant in it. It's about this big, and she kind of just like struggles. She's real physically, like not strong. She like strength is her dumb stat, just so you all know. She's just like, and you kind of just walk over and just lift it up easily, and she's like, wow, so you're like strong. And she kind of like strokes your skin, which is kind of scaly because you're a snaky boy, and she's like, wow. Do you like
You wanna
exfoliate?
You want to see something cool?
No.
Well,
Yes.
she kind of
Shower.
gets the creepy heebie-jeebie vibe from you when you say that. Make a persuasion roll.
I'm gonna do it anyway, but okay. 8.
So, because Dopey's there, he's gonna help him by saying, you should really see it. It's really fucking cool.
Roll with advantage, you sons of bitches.
Yes.
What?
You see, giving advantage doesn't
Yeah,
always.
dislodging your jaw is not how you pick up girls, bud.
Oh, it wasn't gonna be a dislodging of my jaw.
So go ahead and do it. Do what you
All right, so I'm gonna
impress
use
me. 'Cause
I'm gonna
again,
use-
she's me.
I'm gonna use my wild shape,
Okay.
and I'm gonna turn myself into a. Hold on. Where is?
Please be a chicken.
Oh Jesus.
Hold on.
He's Googling.
Yep.
Almighty Lord Google, what have you for me today on this random table of things?
A platypus.
Dude,
Nice.
She sees it and she just immediately snaps her finger and she's a platypus too. And she's like, boom. She's like, I don't know what sounds a platypus makes, so you know.
No, they go.
A
Make those
drastic
weird hippie
sucking
shit.
sound.
Hold on,
Yep.
I'm about to fucking YouTube it.
Hey, we're those weird things that are poisonous. Yeah.
Hey, we're something
Dopey
that
drops a
exist.
hat and calls him Perry.
Nice. Nice. That joke's too young for me.
Here we go, guys.
The All God built us with a leftover parts.
Smells like water.
See, I was kind of close.
So what a platypus sounds like apparently is an old lady having a stroke while my ex-wife water breaks.
Correct.
You guys just kind of go, except like her platypus is just way lazier. So instead of the, you guys just kind of hear.
That's great.
And she just kind of like flips her little tail and just smacks the ground and just cancels the spell, and she's back to like, dude, I could tell that you guys are good people when you walked in here, but I didn't know you were this chill, y'all. This is so cool. I'm totally vibing now, man.
I turned myself back into human, or well,
You ain't human.
myself.
Now you're a human. No take.
I'm a
chances.
person.
Okay.
Snakes are people too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, righteous. What were we doing? I don't even remember now. I got so excited about being a platypus with my platypus bro. My platter bro.
Yeah.
It hurts.
What was that noise?
Me dying.
Oh man. Okay. So you guys are kind of still doing business here. You got your pot. Dotagor, you got your weed. You gave about half of it to her pipe, but hey, free weed's free
Work.
weed.
All right. Well,
We're gonna cut this all out of YouTube, by the way.
thanks for your business and being a chill platypus.
Dude, you come back anytime, man. This is gonna be so great. You guys are our neighbors. Like what? Just wait till I tell my boyfriend. This is gonna be so rad.
Oh.
She dropped that hint because you got creepy at the end there, you know? Just letting you know. Taken.
All right. Well, I walk
Well,
out.
she's also you, so.
She's also me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Palmer, I want you to know those eyes just make me want it even more, and I'm going to actively pursue.
I'm gonna
Hey,
grab each
hey.
side of that Ushanka boy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Just
Wonderful.
remember, if your boyfriend dies, that you could be a great shoulder to cry on.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna try to be Eskimo brothers with her boyfriend. So yeah,
That works too.
but
Okay.
it's going to be
All
as
right.
it's going to
That's
be
how he
as
learns that new spell.
but it's going to be as platypi instead of regular just people.
Platypi brothers. I
I'm
like it.
naked and I do not approve of this message. Okay. You guys are done at the greenhouse because you're gross. What do you want to do next?
All I did was
Sweet
accept
beast,
the
yeah.
food. How am I gross?
Hold on.
Not
So-
you. But I'm not going to start calling out names. We're just going to be... Everybody's gross. You guys are all...
So, gentlemen. Oh, I know it's me.
It's me.
You don't have to say a name. I know it's me. Let's all go. There was a business proposal that we need to discuss. Let's
Shit out of me.
let's go
Yeah.
back to the let's go back to the manor.
Okay,
Going back
I'm
to the
getting
bar.
ripped.
Okay.
All right. Walking,
You some
walking.
child
Head
labor.
back. It's about lunchtime now. If you guys want, Gwendolyn's kind of busying herself inside the tavern. She's cleaning up. She's
Hey,
kind
just
of
so
been
you guys
scrubbing.
know, me and Mike might lose power here in a second.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It's storming really bad here.
It is also storming bad here,
Very well.
but it should be okay.
well,
that
I guess if
happens.
we lose people, we'll have like a 10-minute break, unless
Yeah.
y'all lose power.
We'll take a little break. I'll play a game of Magic the Gathering because,
Why not?
I've already procreated and I don't need to do it again.
The only other person here is Mike, so
Fair enough. We'll still take a break. But
All right.
you guys are back at the tavern now. You guys can go ahead and discuss what you're going to talk about.
So, gentlemen, there was a business proposal from the Emerald Enclave.
okay.
So,
They-
side note, as the DM, just is completely breaking the fourth wall, it wasn't from the Enclave. You were actually...
It was a personal loan.
It was a personal investiture by Melanor Fellbranch.
Yes. So one of my friends or companions at the Emerald Enclave has proposed a side and under the table almost partnership at 25% of the business, but he will front us with everything we need to get this place up and running.
We got ourselves an angel investor.
Does it
25%? We only need 1,200 gold. The property's worth at least 10. There's no way that I'm going to give up 25% of the company.
Yeah, 25% is a
$1,200
bit,
dragons.
it's a bit high.
That's true.
If he comes
I mean,
in at
if he has
2,500
25%,
dragons,
that's more than all of us will get.
That's true.
And we'll be the ones doing all the work.
yeah, you'd basically be buying out 2.5 people. Unless we took a percentage of all of ours, and that's worthless.
Well, how much should we go back to him with then? Because we're not going to make any money as it is right now, and I don't see how we can make 1,200 dragons.
Well, you also went around hiring people.
I did not hire
before we did
anybody.
that.
I did not hire anybody. You can look at our short chickie Tendy over there.
Hey, I only hired one person. Everything else was not me.
But we've already gotten all the licenses, right? We can earn money. It's doable. There's money around. And we could just get the 1,200 and, a few 10-day rather than selling a majority share because it would be more than all of us had.
Or we could offer him a smaller share.
Right. You could say he gets 12% and then we just take 2 out of all of ours or 3 out of all of ours. Give it to him.
Mm.
And he gives us 1,500, so we have some operating costs covered too.
I don't feel like he's going to go for giving us more money for less cut. That's the problem I see.
Then how
think-
how much of a friend is he if he's trying to come in and take a quarter of your business for basically 1,000 dragons?
He is.
Right.
He's honestly not even really a friend. You've only met him twice.
That's
Percent
true.
off the rip is a little steep. If he's willing to negotiate with us and we can work up to that. The other thing I want to know is he's willing to cut up front us the 1,200 up front. Is he also willing to then help out with the operating costs once we get up and running? Because it's going to take us a minute to try and turn a profit in order to get him anything anyways.
Right, and then we would just be giving 25% of our forever
So should
profit away.
I
so
think we
should
should offer him 15%.
so should we say 15% with the initial front?
Come in at 10 and settle at 15.
Let's come in at 10 and settle around 12.
So
You can settle wherever
His
you want,
counter
but,
offer is going to be around 15.
but we don't want it any more than 15 for 1,200 dragons.
between 12 to 15% of the business, and he fronts the 1,200, and each month helps us with the operating cost.
Well, it'll just be taken out of the overall share that we split up with his percentage.
Very well. So are we all in agreement that with
Well-
the Kaz?
So, we still have to pay guild fees and stuff every 10 day. So, we have to make sure that we have enough money in the pot to pay them. We might not actually make a profit for the first however long. So how are we going to try and give him 25% if we don't
just
have any
said we weren't giving them
cut at all?
25%.
We're
Right,
not
I
giving
was
him 25.
grabbing that as a number. 15, 12, whatever you want to make the number. If we still have 0 at the end because we went and paid off all of the people that we have to pay off to continue operating.
Well, we can cover the
He's not
operating
gonna get
costs right
anything
now. It's like
anyways.
10 gold a 10 day. We can scrap that together, mugging people on the street if we need to.
I can pickpocket 10 gold in
And
10
the
day.
chaotic neutral. Sure, this is intentions.
Alright, fair enough. I'm just looking at this because I've already pretty much pledged everything that I make trying to get back so that we're at even. Because I came into this with not very
We
much
gave
money.
you a percentage and you weren't even there, man. So you're up.
So what deal should we go back with?
Okay,
Yeah.
go in, say 10% for the 1200.
He's going to counter offer that.
He's gonna say he wants 20%, and you're gonna say 15, and you do not do it if we do not get 15.
Okay.
No higher than 15% for
Correct.
for 1200 gold.
So let's say that he offers more money for a larger percentage. How do we try and counter that?
If he wants to give us 2,500 for 25%, I think that's fine, because then we're just gonna divvy up all the coin amongst ourselves, put the 1,200 into the business, and operate from there. So
Alright.
25% at 2,500 gold.
Yeah, that's
Very
it.
well.
because then we have double the money, and operating costs are well covered. So all income from that point would just go up from the leftover money.
That's true. Very well.
Sounds like a plan.
Does anyone want to come with me?
Well, Dotagor and I gotta go pick up our new clothes tomorrow morning, so.
Shul?
Keep in mind, you
Kaz?
guys also just send
I'm
him
down.
that paper bird that you guys have if you want to do that instead, and maybe have him check out what he's investing. Stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we write back on that little paper and send it back to him to just come on by. I'd rather speak business face to face.
Well, it's a separate one.
Yeah, the paper is Dopey and I going to the.
Okay, so you guys use the paper bird.
Thank-
If whoever has that in their inventory would please remove it from their inventory. You guys use it to send a little message to Eleanor Fell Branch at the Enclave. What does it say?
Please come down and see us so we can discuss business. I would prefer to speak this face to face, and I would like for you to see what you are investing in.
Okay. So it's lunchtime when everyone's still cleaning up. You guys have kind of concluded your little impromptu business meeting. She kind of busies herself at the fireplace right here and starts loading logs in. And she gets a candle and takes it over to one of the lanterns and lights the fire.
Okay. By the way, little side note, because I don't think this was ever discussed. What time of year is it? Is it just like spring, fall?
It's springtime.
Okay.
So springtime in Waterdeep, just so you guys know, we kind of explained it like 4 or 5, however many sessions ago the first session was, but springtime is a damp and cold time in Waterdeep, but not so much so that people avoid being out on the city streets. Like the city wakes up every morning, it's like the city is coming to life after a long winter every time spring comes around. There's frequent showers, kind of like if you just have that daily 15 to 30-minute rainstorm every mid-afternoon. The gutters kind of are constantly filled with murky puddles, but it also washes clean a lot of the pollen that's kind of spreading throughout the city from different flowering trees and bushes.
It's Seattle.
Sure, I've never seen the West Coast, so I don't know. But
Looks like it. You think it does?
well,
Or Florida without the meth.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I did live in Florida, but I was like 8, so not too much meth.
Well, you had a lame childhood.
Missing out, man.
Apparently. So I'm
Couldn't even meth around with your friends.
couldn't
I-
eat.
I guess we'll just
And now Nick's got DM inspiration.
hey,
I guess I'll just kind of like pitter patter around, like fixing things or like cleaning things up a little bit, and kind of like stocking more inventory, talking business, and doing whatever while we're waiting for this guy to come visit.
Okay.
Yeah, because Dopey and I are waiting for our nice clothes to be ready.
Yeah,
So,
in the morning.
Noticing that you guys are kind of in for a little bit, Gwendolyn kind of makes her way back to the kitchen. You can kind of hear like the shuffling of some cutting boards and some cutlery, and she comes back out, and she's just made one large, or it's actually 2 large sandwiches on 2 long loaves of bread, and she busies herself kind of cutting them up and handing you guys each a plate. So, busy day, was it?
Yes, we have a
That's
possible business partner coming in to visit here soon.
She kind of looks surprised, and she's like, "Oh, thank God! Listening to Margaret complain about finances every day, this should certainly shut her up."
Margaret, is she not your mother?
Well, yes, but have you never called your mother by her first name when you're pissed off?
I do not. That is very well.
What's your mother's name?
Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard, mother of Snake Boy. He was breastfed
From them snake titties.
until he was 4.
Oh boy.
Shall we make things canon about your backstory here live on Twitch TV?
Sure.
Yes.
So yes, you're the breastfed Snake Boy. Moving on.
Done.
He peed the bed until he was 13.
That I told you that in confidence.
yeah, what the hell, Doc?
Excellent. Okay, so you guys kind of get to
Well, you
give
said
your
it.
sandwiches. You guys finish your meal, and through the window, Eugene arrives.
Speak with
Eugene,
animals.
Before you have a chance to cast Speak with Animals, it's like, look at me, casting big boy spells again. I accept your invitation, and I will be along tomorrow morning.
Fuck.
Oh,
Very well.
Lexin.
Very well. Well, gentlemen,
So
is
do
there
you, do
anything
you
else?
still cast Speak with Animals?
No.
Okay. Okay, so what do you guys want to do for the rest of the afternoon?
At some point, I would like to pull Gwendolyn aside and tell her that it was my fault that Dopey threw up this morning and apologize for playing a joke on my friend.
Oh, that was a right nasty prank, and you using my food to do it? You should be
I'm
ashamed,
sorry.
sir. Sorry.
I am. I do feel really bad about that.
I made him clean up his own vomit that he thought that I induced. You know, if I
And then
still
he starts
had
laughing
that
in
ball-
her face while she's doing this.
Yeah, she's just getting more mad. You know what, Kaz? If that's your real name, because she's just being weird and angry.
Because she's just being weird and angry.
Like women,
Yep.
and
Just
And there
great.
goes
every
half of
other
our
human
viewers.
being as well. Let's be honest, we can all be weird and angry. Anyway, you know, I'm of half a mind. If I still had that bowl, I would make you take 2 spoonfuls if you could stomach it, and then I'd hand you the mop to clean up the mess when you were done.
That's fair.
You
I
know,
just
I think I have some leftover porridge. One moment. She goes back to the back, She grabs a wooden bowl, and it's thick, and it's cold, and she brings you out the porridge. Like, I was just going to reheat some of this for the morning for the boys, but since you're here, perhaps a bit of comeuppance would be fair.
Fair enough.
You're her boss, dude. You're her boss.
But I'm the one that hired her.
What's gonna happen? You will not speak to
And
me
I'm
this
the one
way.
that's paying her.
Mike, what's that roll for?
Oh, I assumed it was a con check.
Con
To
save?
eat
Do
the.
you
yeah.
prestidigitate it to make it taste like shit?
You could tell her. You could lie.
So
you
I
could
only
lie.
did that to his bowl. So I just assumed this is regular cold porridge. I guess
It's
I don't
regular
know.
cold porridge right now,
Yeah.
which isn't wonderful, but it's not going to make
It's-
you make
Oh,
a
cool.
Constitution.
In that case, no,
Do
I'll
I
just,
make myself eat shit
I'll just
or
eat the cold
not?
porridge, and
Tonight.
I'll just eat the cold porridge then. Never mind.
Okay.
Cool.
She sees you just kind of eating it. It's like, no. You do what you did to Dopey to that porridge right now. She's literally saying, "Eat shit, motherfucker."
Bad word.
Bad word.
So I was humming and tapping. Can I do the same thing that I did without actually prestidigitating it to make it taste like shit? And then perform
You gotta
like
love your
I
whole way
literally
through
ate
this
shit.
shit.
You have the
Yes.
choice of either actually prestidigitizing it or
To something else.
pretending to and rolling a
Okay.
check.
Cool.
You could
What do I
also
get for deception?
Prestidigitate it and then try and make a sleight of hand check to fake eating it.
Or prestidigitate it to something that tastes better.
Yeah, you could just prestidigitate it to something not bad, like warm oatmeal.
I don't know if I can actually like
Your deception is a +4.
make it warm.
You can make it taste warm.
Well, right, but you can make it taste good,
Oh yeah, I guess
and,
that's
and then
yeah.
just pretend that it's bad.
Okay. That works. I'll do that.
But
Okay.
stomach it so you look
so
more
you
like a
make
man
it
than
taste
Dope.
good, and you take a bite. What do you do now?
I just make a really bad face and try to like choke it down.
Make a bluff check.
Performance
+4.
persuasion. Deception is +4.
We're her boss.
What's your modifier?
+4.
Oh wait, you haven't rolled it yet. Okay. I was
Okay.
like,
You're
I
getting
was doing math.
by the rookie.
she looks at you. She looks at the look of disgust on your face. She says, "Serves you right. Now don't go messing with my cooking again, sir."
Very well.
I
I apologize again and just kind of walk out with my head bowed, like.
Yeah, take that.
Hey, dude, you better eat that while it's good.
Okay.
Well, we
finish my
know who
bowl
the
of
real
porridge.
boss. We know who really owns the share of the tavern between her and Kaz.
What are you guys talking about? You literally robbed Shul of all his gold.
I
Like,
Doc did
anybody who doesn't have shit,
Technically,
it's
no,
him.
Nobody
Technically,
actually
I don't know
knows it except for Shul because all his money's gone.
And Shul doesn't even know why
He
his
doesn't
money's
even know
gone.
How or why. Just
It's okay.
It's the first time we hear
It's
Caleb
okay.
in 20 minutes.
I deserve it.
Fine.
This is just pre-punishment for future things I'm going to do bad.
Yeah, he's gonna critical miss an Eldritch Blast and it's gonna kill Dopey.
And melts all of my dragons together into one heap, making them unusable.
Oops.
He's just gonna Midas touch your ass, dude.
Oops. Have a
Oopsies.
solid gold chicken tendy after that.
Making it even more valuable than it already is.
I'll allow it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Critical miss,
So-
critical miss.
You guys kind of get to joking and carry on. You guys break out some of the supplies of ale that you've had delivered, and you kind of start getting high on your own supply. You guys are a little drunk, enjoying the the tavern which is coming together around you thanks to the work of Margaret and Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is a storm of activity. You guys, like Dopey, you may have hired her off the street, not knowing a single thing about her, but she is a wonder. And as you guys are kind of drinking and carrying
Work
on,
5 gold a week.
you notice
She tries to poison me.
She's the mind flayer.
the ghostly image of the one you now know as Leaf appears. And she's got a nasty scowl on her face, looking at you guys, daring to be happy. And then her expression softens. And she kind of apparates from one side of the tavern to the other. And she's looking at the tables and the chairs that are kind of free from their thick layers of dust. She kind of looks around. She stands next to the fire. She pretends, even though she's this ghostly form that can't really interact with our world, she kind of sits next to the fire for a moment. Almost
I try to
as if
talk.
it's warming her. And
I try to talk to
she's-
her.
Okay, hold on. She's just kind of enjoying the atmosphere for just a fleeting moment. And what do you say?
Liv! And I walk towards her.
She disappears.
Well,
You scared away a ghost. Only a snake person.
Wow.
Stop it.
People.
Okay. Man, that beeping is really sweet.
I take out my pan flute and I start to play.
Make a performance check.
20.
Nice.
So as you're playing, Kaz kind of joins in with a song. Kaz, you can make a performance check too if you like.
Yay!
Don't fuck this up.
That one.
Natural one.
Roll d20 minus 19. Got it.
Okay.
So you guys kind of are having a short rest, and even though you guys haven't gone to sleep or anything, this bit of merriment and self-care revitalizes you. So go ahead and use a self-rest on your character sheets and restore any spell slots that you guys can. And, as you guys kind of conclude dancing and kind of just enjoying this sweet mood that's going on in the tavern, Kaz and Shul, in your minds you hear a booming voice. It's authoritative and feminine, but cold and motionless. And they say, I am Vara Safar, the Blackstaff. Come to Blackstaff Tower in the Castle Ward at once, and bring your friends.
Kaz, why did you stop singing?
I look at Shul and I'm just like, did you hear that too?
I did. That was a little unusual.
Okay, cool. So it's not the normal voices in my head.
No.
Kaz, come on. My pan flute's great. Keep singing.
We have been summoned to the Blackstaff Tower.
Have you guys ever heard of that?
You guys make intelligence checks
Sounds like a strip club.
in the good part of town.
Oh.
Oh wait, is it in my book?
Damn, low roll.
So far, everybody's doing so well.
Wait, Mike, didn't you get that book from from Bolo?
Yeah, he's looking right now.
Yes, I'm looking through that quickly
So
as.
you're looking through the Waterdeep Enchiridion that you got from.
Yes.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
'cause
and
I've
roll
got
with
Volo's
advantage.
book.
You've got the Guide to Monsters.
Yeah.
Kaz has the Guide to
Yeah,
Waterdeep
I just want to make
Enchiridion.
that clear.
What did you say in the castle district?
In the Castle Ward.
Castle Ward. Okay.
Oh wait. Where
It's where they do
does
warding
it talk
castles.
about wards and shit?
So Mike, you can roll again.
Castle Ward.
Like roll with advantage.
Oh, cool. 1 second. As I click out of the book.
Mike is the guy that if we were playing in real life would constantly roll off the table.
Every time.
It'd be like
every
that
time.
sometimes.
Every
Yeah,
time,
every
hey, it's in 20. Does it count? No, is the answer.
Hey, landed on its edge. I'm re-rolling. The only person that saw it.
You guys are killing it with these advantage rolls. So, Sarantis, I guess he kind of heard it throughout the city as he was making his way to the Enclave, maybe one day. Knows that the Blackstaff Tower is a fortress, a wizard training academy, all rolled into one. And the Blackstaff as a person, just a shout out to Goob, hey buddy, is a very powerful wizard and wields the Black Staff itself. She used a sending spell, which is how the two of you guys heard her voice in your heads to tell you guys to come in. And she leads a faction in Waterdeep known officially as Force Grey. However, most of the common folk of Waterdeep refer to them as the Grey Hands, all very adept magic users.
I imagine that voice in our head that we heard sounded similar to Galadriel when she's getting tempted by the ring.
And instead of a Dark Lord, you shall
You
have
shall
a
have a
Dark Queen!
shiny and chrome. Wait, wrong chrome.
Future.
Exactly. So that's what you hear. She wants you guys there at once, as per her message. What do you guys want to do?
What time is it right now?
It's mid-afternoon.
Yeah, let's do it. Full send.
I guess we should probably go.
In
So
real
Tyler,
life,
you gotta
Everybody else
send
getting bet-
it.
ahead.
Okay.
in real life, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Very well. Thanks for sharing, Internet. Now you know.
Yeah.
Haha, West Peas.
He might poop too. We don't know.
Everybody poop.
No,
That
both
looks-
don't poop.
Hicks or didn't
Kim
have-
Jong Un doesn't poop. He doesn't have a butthole, according to the interview.
Go pee. Goddamn.
I always trust James Franco movies.
Kaz
for
is
their
pacing
accuracy.
back and forth. But
Cat's doing the potty dance through a window, apparently.
We also talk about the amount of Lord of the Rings references in the interview, because that's pretty.
It's such a Boromir thing to say.
that is really a warm movie. Okay, so while Wes is, doing his thing, what did I do here?
So why'd they talk to the warlock and the bard? This is what I want to discuss on our way there.
So, unfortunately,
What do
without
you
actually
two have in
talking
common?
to them, you might not find out. But you make your way through the city. It's kind of calming down, but the shops are still open as you guys pass through the marketplaces. One of the fruit vendors there offers out a strange, star-shaped fruit to Dopey. Once again, someone has mistaken you for a child and is giving you things.
Free stuff? I'm gonna take it.
Okay? Do you try it?
Yes.
So you bite into this, and it's
Instant death.
Con save?
no, not at all. Is Wes back yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You can make an intelligence check, but you don't have to. You bite into it, and
Now I roll a natural 20.
this is a star-born dragon fruit, and it is one of the
Yummy.
staples of the Field District, like one of the most famous fruits in the lands of Forgotten Realms, and basically one of the major exports of Waterdeep in the surrounding countryside. He
Can I
offers it to you.
do
You
an Arcana check on it?
Arcana check?
Yeah, see if
Thank you, mister!
Go for it.
Creepy ass small child.
So you make an Arcana check on a piece of fruit, and it's a piece of fruit.
My man.
Dopey, that
Can I
food
just
up there is
describe
mine.
to him what his fruit tastes like, and we can move on?
Gee, thanks, mister.
Jeez. Yeah, so you bite into it, and it is succulent. The juice of this fruit drips down, and it's halfway between a peach
Juicy.
and a lemon lime orangey.
Oh my
kind of
god,
fruit.
that sounds
It's
amazing.
got the tart,
So much
tanginess,
citrus.
but also the citrusy acidity. And when you bite into it, it's just so juicy. It's like you're eating and drinking this fruit. And you make
my
quick work of it, and it leaves your hands somewhat sticky.
And
What about an orgy? Okay.
You guys.
Platypus time.
So moving on, you guys make your way to the front gates of the Blackstaff Big Fortress Academy. The gates are open. There are two guards kind of sitting outside, not armed as far as you can tell, but they've got some fabulous hats. Like we're talking
Hell yeah, dude.
blown wizard hats.
Like pimp
and their
hats?
arms are crossed. If you guys didn't know any better, they're dressed somewhat similar to like a simple monk. They've got like sleeveless tunics with a belt around. They've got long, like skirted robes, kind of, but their arms from the shoulder down are bare. And these two in particular are specifically rugged and kind of muscly looking, and they both kind of give you guys the up and down. Oi, what's your business here?
Careful, Kaz, you might fall in love.
I believe we were reached out to by the head of this establishment.
The other guy kind of produces a clipboard from inside of his robes, like, name.
My name?
Name.
I go by Shul.
Shoo. Right, you're on the list.
All right, and I was told to bring my companions, and that is this lot.
There's no +1 on this list.
Oh, sorry guys.
Maybe the voices lied.
I'm fucking with you, and he lets you guys all in.
We have some plants we could offer.
Y'all look with some weed.
So the guy with the clipboard's just kind of not impressed, but the other guy's just like, plants, plant. Someone say some plants over
Plant
here.
in quotation.
Dadago's got some dope ass wizard weed.
Some plant in quotation.
Hey, let's just not tell everybody I have drugs on me.
They're gonna bogart you out of your super wizard's weed, you know?
Yeah, if we're in Seattle-ish, we're alright.
Everybody's got dope ass wizard weed there.
Nah. Gotta love sound bugs. All right, so you guys proceed, and it's probably the coolest mix of martial arts and magic being practiced and performed that you guys have ever seen. There are rows of students drilling in the courtyard, as well as multiple instructors and other practitioners just kind of around the outskirts doing various things. Like, you see the students all kind of doing some martial movements, but also they have weapons around them that as they move their body, almost telekinetically, these swords or these rapiers or these daggers kind of flash around and move independent of their actual limbs or what they're doing. So once you get past them, there's you guys can kind of see someone up on a balcony overlooking the expanse of students practicing, and they've got 3 or 4, you can't quite tell from below, but 3 or 4 easels with canvas on laid on top of them, and there's like one he's using his hand to paint, and then the others have paintbrushes suspended in midair, all kind of painting around. Can't see what he's doing, obviously, but you can see the other paintbrushes. Then you see just this other person kind of just meditating in a chair, and around him are books floating in midair, but each of those books is speaking. Those books are talking, obviously reading whatever it is, and you kind of hear it drone on in a kind of Bin Steiny voice. It's like, Yes, and next we have the Flora plant, which its magical properties are known from here to Neverwinter. And it just kind of drones on and on. But this guy is just killing it. He's listened to 3 different audiobooks at once while he's meditating and floating above the ground.
Impressive.
You guys make your way into this big, great hall, and there are long tables along each side, and there's a long carpet that leads to just a massive fireplace. Like, we're talking the Shining level fireplace or House on the Haunted Hill. It is big enough to fit half a dozen people inside, and it is roaring. It has the most massive bonfire going in, and as you guys get close to it, it's not actually producing heat because it's not cold enough in here to warrant it. It's just for show. And at the table, at the head, in front of that fireplace, sits a wizened woman who motions you forward. And even though you're at one end of this great big hall, you can hear her as if she was right next to you. And she says, "Come forward." And literally, like, 2 minutes pass by as you walk closer to it.
Wow.
It's big. Ah, yes. Kaz Shul, is it correct?
Yes,
I
believe
know it's
we
correct.
talked the brain.
It's correct. I'm the Blackstaff. I know things.
Kaden?
That's what she
I'm
does.
here to offer you all. What's that?
That's what she does. She drinks and she knows things.
How do you know I drink? Do you know things too?
I do.
Very well, Halfling. You keep your secrets.
Yes!
So,
Fourth wall break.
she, kind of stands up from the table and she kind of walks around. And as she does, she reaches out a hand and to her hand, this old, just seemingly normal black oaken staff just immediately flies into her hands, and it snaps almost as if it was already there. It's that fast. And she uses it kind of like a cane, but why don't you guys go ahead and roll some perception checks for me.
Your boy sees stuff.
Alright, so Nick, she's walking kind of hobbled over with this cane, but you can see from how she carries herself that that's a ruse. She doesn't need this as a cane. She has no handicap whatsoever. And in addition, you get the sense that this is a very, very powerful being.
Okay.
She walks around and she's like, "Welcome to Blackstaff Tower. I am Vara Safar, as I said in my original spell, but you may have forgotten. I'm the Blackstaff of Waterdeep, and I'm here to invite you to membership of Force Grey."
Force Grey.
Have you heard of us? Are you new to Waterdeep?
Quite.
Quite new. Very well. Force Grey. Well, perhaps you've heard of our less formal moniker. The Grey Hands, perhaps?
Bits and pieces.
So you're morons. Noted. So she proceeds to walk around. She kind of shows you the grounds. She's like, "This is a very elite academy for all matter of magical users. We employ and deploy many, many masters of the mystical arts throughout the Forgotten Realms, but mainly here in Waterdeep to help aid the City Watch or the City Guard as it happens with any sort of thing that may require someone of more arcane talents. with that, I see and have heard from my dear friend, Rainier Neverember, that you guys are starting to make a name for yourself in my fine city. And he's noted you all as people of burgeoning, shall we call it, prowess. So, if you're interested, you could perhaps perform tasks for me, for my lieutenants, in helping keep the peace and making Waterdeep a safer place.
Well, guys,
Just out of character, she's talking to all of us, right? Not just one person?
She's talking specifically about Shul and Kaz as Masters of Arcane.
Interesting.
now, as far as these tasks and whatnot go, are you referencing me and my party, or
Well,
uh,
you would be the one, or perhaps you would be the ones to have membership, but who am I to tell you how to conduct your business? I always like to have a good fighter nearby, because despite now being the Blackstaff and I fear no man, perhaps as an apprentice wizard, taking a sword to the face would not have been advisable.
right? So involvement with other parties on these tasks would not be an issue.
Absolutely not, as long as you don't make a foul name of the Force Grey.
Understood. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, I've always wanted to join a cult, so
I would be amenable to helping you with your tasks.
Well, if you're all amenable, we have a mission for you to perhaps secure your loyalty, per se. Not that I don't trust you, I do very thorough background checks.
I believe that.
What I'd like you to do is speak to my lieutenant. He will give you a task. You should be able to complete it fairly quickly. And if you get back here having completed that task, we will discuss your reward.
Right, and now who is your lieutenant?
She snaps a finger, and just, one of her, not the guys drilling out in the courtyard. He's not wearing the finest clothes, but he's not wearing rags. Comes up to talk to you. He's like, yes, right away, Blackstaff, madam. And he leads you guys away from her, and she goes back and sits in front of her big ass fire, and she's
Fake fire.
yeah, she's.
I stick my hand in the fire as we're walking past it on our way out.
Take 1d4 damage.
Fuck.
Yeah, this will look great. Just
I
burning your ass in the fire. In
you
front
know,
of your new
So
boss.
as you stick your hand in the fire, the lieutenant, you feel almost like a spot where you can kind of push a little bit past what's not a very forceful barrier, but you end up pushing into the fire past this barrier and burning your hand. The lieutenant just gives you this kind of look, just like, what are you, some sort of moron? Look. He's like, and he casts Cure Minor Wounds and heals you back to full. After he casts the spell, he explains to you the mission, and he's like, well, you have to seek out Kalam, a monk that lives in a cave on the side of Mount Waterdeep. Ask him what he's heard about the threats to the city, but try not to annoy him or overstay your welcome.
Should probably leave Kaz in the diner then.
I'll behave.
You get DM disadvantage. No, just kidding. Okay. So, you guys make your way back to the tavern. At this point, it's not quite dinner time. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to check out the Mount Waterdeep? In fact,
Yeah, we might as well,
before
'cause
you
I got
guys
stuff
head
going
back,
on
it's
tomorrow.
probably closer.
How many hours of daylight are there?
There's about 3 hours of daylight left.
Can we make it there in that amount of time?
If you guys go straight there from Castle Waterdeep, it's going to be a hike, but you guys can make it.
All
I
right.
said we do it.
Outside of town is mountain.
Okay. You guys kind of make your way through the city, and the cityscape kind of gives way to the steps of Mount Waterdeep. And you guys all see a path that kind of winds up and around and around and around Mount Waterdeep to the summit. Everybody roll perception for me.
18.
18.
11.
Wes and
I'm
Caleb,
outside.
what do your snake eyes show? They see the cave kind of halfway up the mountain, embedded into the rock of Mount Waterdeep.
I mean, I would say it too, right?
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, your halfling eyes see it too.
Now, gentlemen, before we go up here, do we need anything? Provision, supplies.
Yeah.
No, I've got my backpack. Let's go.
Okay, everybody go ahead and make Constitution saves.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I'm gonna die.
Oh.
Oof.
Good. Fail. Okay, Kaz and Dotagor, go ahead and roll 1d4 for me.
Michael will roll that here in a second.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Roll a d4.
So, Nick, you have 4 levels of exhaustion. Mike,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
This hike is a little bit more than you bargained for, but in about 2 hours you make it to the cave. Everybody else, you guys are tough little Boy Scouts.
I've
You make
heard
it there,
that.
but Kaz and Dotagor are kind of panting heavily. Maybe they carried too much gear with them for this trip. Maybe their armor was a little bit too chafy around certain edges. Maybe you got the diaper rash. We don't know. But you guys have 4 levels of exhaustion. Or, Dotagor, you have 4 levels of exhaustion. Kaz, you have
Not
2.
mine.
Oh, your hit point max is halved.
Oh,
Somebody Googled. Or at least...
No, it's on-
searched in Beyond.
Yeah, it's on D&D Beyond. Oh, at level 6, you're dead. Holy shit.
yeah.
Bad word.
You never want to reach max exhaustion.
Speed
Status,
To break it down
status.
for you, Mike, you have disadvantage on ability checks, and you can only move half your total movement. Nick, you have that,
Cool.
plus you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and your hit points are halved like Wes said.
Oh.
Shit, how do I set status on this? I don't remember.
Top right corner, it says top right corner under your hit points and stuff. It says conditions. Hit add active conditions, and the whole conditions pop.
Oh
page
yeah, look
pops
at
up.
that.
Nice. So you guys are in the
Thanks.
cave,
You're welcome.
and you guys don't hear anything, but you kind of see the flicker of maybe lantern or candlelight kind of further deeper into the cave.
Who's leading the way?
What? Well, I guess one of
I
us.
guess
One of us
probably
should.
I should.
Shul, since we can see.
Right. And this is my, or excuse me, our deal, guys. So I guess we should handle things.
So you guys proceed into the cave, and as you guys get closer, you see this monk, Halam, sitting on a fairly flat rock surface, and you hear him just Aum, Aum.
Well, I
Meditating, chanting.
definitely don't interrupt that.
So you don't interrupt it?
Well, sitting here going
Aum.
hours, days. We're gonna have to eventually, but I don't know. Anybody have any idea to interrupt this without being total dicks?
Not really.
Cool.
Excuse me,
No.
sir.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
So he hears you, and you kind of see him take in a deep breath. He's. Who are you to interrupt my meditation?
Lady Blackstaff has sent us here.
His ears perk at the name of Lady Blackstaff. Vara sent you.
Yes.
Okay, I need you guys to make persuasion rolls.
All of us?
Whoever would like to. And the last two would have disadvantage, just so you guys know. Okay, so Caleb, you kind of ask him to see if he's heard of any threats to the city. He has a curmudgeon-y outlook and demeanor. There's a reason this dude lives by himself in a cave, and it's because he just does not want to be bothered. But something in you, Shul, appeals to him, and he talks to you kind of in a riddle. He says, "Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end."
Right. I'm gonna jot that down.
Okay, go ahead and write it down.
Say it slowly for me.
That ASMR from Doc right now, chewing,
Hot.
it's legit.
You want to say that slowly for me, Colin?
Sure. I'll even post it in Discord.
Ooh,
Even better.
yes.
Good old copy paste.
Okay.
And we are putting it in the background section.
Fantastic.
Plum. Quote. Paste. Quote.
That's all we needed to get from him, correct?
Well, I'm sorry I can't be more specific. My visions are what they are.
I understand.
Yeah, that's all you need.
We appreciate the efforts you're putting in to keeping this great city great.
There's a long hike. It's a easier hike. It's an easier hike to get back down off the mountain, obviously. Those of you with levels of exhaustion are going to need your rest to recuperate. Let's see. So, just so you guys know, a long rest will reduce your exhaustion level by 1.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yup.
Oof.
You guys make your way back through the city. The same two guards are at the gate, but now the gate is closed.
Interesting.
Do it in the morning.
You guys approach.
Well, we're back.
Ah, yes, the Blackstaff is expecting you. Right, yeah. Go on through. They open the gate. It's a formidable gate, and it is not pretty. It is wrought iron and oak and thick. It's a thick boy. It swings open with a mighty, and it booms into place before swinging shut again and booming shut. You guys make your way to the Great Hall. The Blackstaff is once again sitting at her table.
We met with your monk.
How is old Halam?
Oh, as peachy as ever.
Ah, she laughs. I like a little wit and sarcasm from my lieutenants. Excellent. Well, what did he say?
I read out the riddle. I don't have this course with him.
Useless! You're all useless.
Yeah, I know.
He said, "Evil's twin hides its face for now, but expect that soon to change by winter's end."
What he said.
from memory.
Evil's twin. She ponders for a moment. Very well. You have earned my respect. I will send for you with further missions. Thank you for your time and for completing this task for me.
Of course,
I will be able
madam.
to continue to reach you at the Troll Skull Manor, correct?
Of course.
Very well.
Now, I do have a request of sorts, if I may ask.
I'm a busy wizard, but go on.
A few individuals of my party seem to have truly exhausted themselves on this trek up the mountain for your.
Couldn't handle a little hike, eh? And with that, she reaches out a hand with a red leather glove on. And she says, well, from the look of the two of you, you must be the ones exhausted. And she sees the sweat just kind of pooling and dripping off your bodies as you guys continue to walk around, the dark circles under your eyes. And she touches the forehead of each of you. And you feel completely relieved. Very
Heyo.
Thank you, madam.
Big preach.
'Tis nothing. I'm a wizard after all.
Not just any wizard, the Blackstaff.
That's right. The Blackstaff, that's me.
And you are never.
Begone! I will call upon you when I have further need.
All right.
Before he leaves, Dopey does a little small bow.
She nods back with respect. She's like, yeah, he gets it.
All right, fellas.
Betty White just gave you the what's up nod, dude.
She gives it back. She's just like... She knows how to send it. She speaks all y'all's language, man. She's smart. She's a wizard.
Word.
God,
Wait,
my
is she
nose itches so bad.
Is she a wizard?
Roll perception.
Well, I can tell you she's faking being old. And like crotchety.
21 perception.
With disadvantage, because I'm God here.
9. Gosh
have
damn it.
no idea if she's a wizard or not.
She mentioned a lot about being a wizard, guys, but I think she's lying.
You're not sure.
I'm not convinced.
Jury's still out on this whole wizard thing. Leader of
Yeah,
this
like-
giant wizard academy.
Yeah, just
Skeptical.
you're standing inside Hogwarts calling Dumbledore a phony. Like,
Sarantis is over here pressing X hard for doubt.
hell yeah, LA Noir.
Okay. You guys head back to the Troll Skull Tavern for now?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yep,
you
for the
guys
night.
head That way.
God, it would have taken me like 6 weeks to get rid of that fucking
Yeah.
exhaustion.
Good thinking on Kaz's part.
Yeah, big
Because
preach.
I was going to let you suffer.
On whose part?
I'm all the bad guys.
Wow.
On
Damn.
Oh,
You said the
know.
wrong person.
Unsure. Unsure. Hey, God gets confused sometimes. It happens
It
to
happens,
everybody.
You know, we're omniscient and dumb at the same time. All right, so
I'm
you guys are back
Nancy,
at
but
the
you
tavern.
lose your train of thought.
The boys, Gwendolyn, Margaret have obviously gone home. They want to make it back to their apartment before dark. But when you guys walk in, you see a few plates, and on there are some packages wrapped with like deli paper with twine kind of tied on top of it. She made you guys a pretty bare dinner of sandwich, and you guys find a note that there is some soup simmering on the stove in the kitchen.
And hopefully this one doesn't make Dopey puke.
Yeah, if you don't keep puking in here, we're gonna have problems.
There are 5 plates, so she did make it for everybody. So she's not holding a grudge, at least for now.
Alright, well, I mean, I eat and then
let's
go to
be
bed.
honest, it didn't make Dopey puke. Kaz made Dopey puke by prestidigitizing his porridge to taste like literal doo-doo.
Classic.
So before we go to bed, no, she comes in early in the morning. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. Haha.
Okay.
Alright then.
I was gonna cast a snare trap like right in front of the door, so that way if any like more scarecrows try to come in. but
You just murdered a child.
no, it actually all it does is it lasts for 8 hours, and it just if they trigger it, they're restrained and magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the ground.
And if they get there early enough, they just die.
Sure.
Because you guys don't know or hear. Well, I guess you guys would probably hear the trap going off.
It only goes for 8 hours.
But... well, lovely.
Yeah,
Well,
8 hours inverted is not good for you at all.
no, it's a
Yeah,
little bad.
yeah,
I mean, turns
yeah.
out when you crucify someone, they die of suffocation. So
Yeah.
you put yourself in a weird position, you just probably end up not being too healthy. But
Got
so
one with the children.
you chow down on this soup and sandwich, and you go to bed. What does everybody
Yep.
else do? Everybody does that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
go to bed because I gotta go pick up my pimp suit with Doc in the morning.
Okay. So Doc and you gotta go pick up the pimp suit. Does anybody else have a task? I don't think anybody has anything else to do, right?
We have
We'll probably just close it out by heading to the tailor shop. in the morning.
This guy coming over to survey the Troll Skull Manor in the morning.
Okay, so Wes and Dotagor roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Why Dottico rolling it? It's my mission.
Sorry, you.
Shit. Well, Dopey.
I have a feeling.
I rolled as a flex and it failed.
Weird flex. Okay. So Doc, you're headed to the tailor shop first thing in the morning. Do you stop for breakfast, or do you continue on?
Yeah, I'll stop and pick up me and Dottigor's breakfast.
Okay. Gwendolyn isn't quite there yet when you wake up, and neither is Margaret or the boys.
Very well. I
Should be ready this shit.
So you just
I mean,
grab a granola bar. You're gonna have a great day. It's Nutri-Grain. You love it. It's raspberry
Hell yeah,
flavored.
dude.
Oats
Got
and
that
honey.
fudge
Hell yeah.
Newton up in here, dude.
I'm
Now we're
I'm
vibing.
gonna-
We're walking through the streets of Waterdeep like, hey, I'm gonna go get my fancy stuff on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my pimp pants.
Okay. You guys find your way to the tailor shop. That dude is there, rocking his Fu Manchu, and he's expecting you.
Now,
Good morning, good sir.
Good morning to you as well. The DM managed to remember a voice for once.
it's the old guy with the Fu Manchu, of course.
Yeah,
Color me
it
impressed.
has to be that one, right?
I expect you to remember this next week also.
Yeah, I'm coming back for new pimp pants.
You get the finger guns and no promises.
Yeah, Dopey might want a cloak to go along with this next week. We'll see.
Oh, would you like a cloak to go with your finery?
I will decide next week.
Next week
Now,
it is. Next Tendy.
see, I have a question because as price was being discussed last time,
Oh,
I overheard the number and I thought it was quite high. Don't get me wrong. It appears that your work is quite wonderful, but I feel like you might be overcharging us just a tiny bit.
well, as I said, this was originally a commission for a well-off half-elven nobleman. Make an
Right.
intelligence check for me.
Both of us or just him?
Just him. Okay, never mind.
Wow. Okay.
Well, like I said, this was originally a commission for a half-elf nobleman, and he just wanted the very best. And of course, my tailoring work is not free.
No, of course not. But you yourself said that the nobleman never paid for it, and as it was a commission piece and was able to be sized for my halfling friend here, you wouldn't have gotten a return on that anyway. So I feel like you're pushing a little extra hard on something that you should have just accepted the loss on already.
He strokes his Fu Manchu
Yeah, it does.
thoughtfully. Go
All
ahead
of
and
it, or
make-
just like the part that's on his face?
He's only getting to about midway down the Fu Manchu. It's like a cat with his tail, you know? He's not truly annoyed until he starts whipping it over his shoulder.
Like a
But-
continental soldier.
But go ahead and make a persuasion roll, and remember that you have the inspiration.
Would he get this with?
And you can also help Dopey if you want.
I'm helping.
So you have advantage and inspiration. Thank goodness. Wait, is that both of them right there?
No, that was just one.
Okay, I was like, oh. Daddy's paying full price.
Which is not a problem. I can eat that if I have to.
$18.
Okay. And that's without using the inspiration?
Yeah, I have not used the inspiration.
Okay, you don't have to.
I mean,
He
yeah,
gets a
I was
little
just gonna go through it.
flustered, and he's, oh, well, you see, the cost of the materials, well, and he's kind of stuttering a little bit.
Right, I understand that you did take a loss on the materials and everything like that, but I think the cost difference between mine that was off the rack, coming with this wonderful cape, to something that was a commission piece that you're not going to get any money for at
if
all
I don't pay for it.
if he doesn't buy it is a little drastic.
He kind of narrows his eyes. Shrewd businessman, are you? Very well. What do you want to pay for this finery?
Oh shit.
Well, I'll gladly pay you 25 gold for it as opposed to 50. That's more than twice what his outfit costs.
So that would be a total of 40 gold? Down from 65?
I believe that's right.
He's
Yeah, that's right.
stroking his Fu Manchu a little faster now. He kind of... One moment, please. And he goes back to the back again. He rips the curtain like to the side, almost pulling it off the rings.
Angry.
And you just go in there, and he is just screaming and throwing glass things and breaking stuff in the back.
Look
Just
over at Gadagor.
furious. And
Thank you.
barely a moment goes by, and whoosh, the curtain comes back open, and he's very well composed. He's got a little bit of sweat on his brow, but otherwise he's like, I've come to a decision, and yes, I will accept 40 gold for the entire commission.
You've made the man manic.
I clink 40 gold into his palm.
He takes one of the dragons, bites it, knows that it's real. He hits ka-ching on this artifice cash register, and he dumps the dragons in, and ching, shoves the drawer back in. Well, even with your heavily discounted formal attire, I hope that you will mention me in any further business you have in the city. Send customers my way, and remember how accommodating we were here at the Thread and Needle.
Will do.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much.
Joke's on him. Only
Bows
that dragon
deeply.
was real.
And all of it was
Shul's
stolen.
dragon. It's all Shul's dragons, so.
Yeah, don't mind me just helping the party. You know.
Sure, you don't know where your gold went.
As far
You
as
don't know where it all
you
went.
just lost it mid.
It just disappeared mid, puking.
Lip took it.
As
Yeah.
far as I know, it's I was in my sick haze, you know, and
Spent it.
spent it on assisting the party.
Nah, Lip took it.
Nice. Okay, so that's what we're going to call it for the night. What we have going on for the next session is obviously the visit from your potential silent partner / investor, and you guys have a counter offer. Make sure you guys add that to your notes.
Yep.
Beyond that, we still have the opera, the message from the Harpers via Paperbird, and continuing to grow the business of Troll Skull Manor and refurbishing. Now, Depending on where we go, there might be more missions from your various factions. There may be new factions interested in inviting you into their orders. We don't know. Again, I forgot to mention, but Kaz and Shul, you both get 1 renown with the Force Gray.
Fantastic.
So you can either add that as like a custom item to your character sheet, you can make a note in your Discord, or whatever. I think the character sheet would probably be best, but make sure you track that because it will matter.
Force Gray.
Do you guys have any questions for me right now?
I actually was gonna talk to you about my gold situation. Is it adjusted on my character sheet?
It is not.
Okay. Yeah. What's the deal with that? What do I?
You just remove all of it.
All of
So
it?
you,
Yeah, he took it all.
why did you lose all your gold again?
I have no idea. That's just what everybody's telling me.
Shul,
Shul, you
Dopey.
yeah. So right now, you just don't know where your gold is. And the question isn't for me, the omniscient, all-knowing DM. but
Oh,
perhaps
almighty.
for Umo Goigoi Fighties now, for everybody else in the party, like, hey, you guys, where's my gold, y'all?
Okay. I just didn't know if we like invested it in something or
We did.
fucking.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Dopey
A good
still
chunk of it
has
went
a
in.
large amount of it right now, but you
Like,
don't
we
know
all
that.
invested the majority of our money in it.
Yeah, most of it's going towards a good cause, and
Most.
And my
The rest
pencil.
of it went towards Dopey.
that'll teach you for having a girlfriend. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm just kidding.
Fiance.
Sorry.
I've already spent a lot of gold on something else.
Putting it on the pedestal, my friend. Just saying. I'm just
That
kidding.
whole trip was a lot of gold.
But yeah, so maybe a good opportunity for some roleplay amongst your other fellow player characters next game.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
Kaz, roll 2d20 for me.
Kaz, roll do T20. He's having issues hearing you, Palmer.
Yeah, I kind of see that. If he wants to just roll 2 dice in front of you and you guys just tell me, this is his income for just being a bard.
Or Doc, you could roll it for him if he's really having issues getting on.
Yeah.
He's rolling enough.
Oh, okay.
Word.
The only person he can't hear is Palmer.
Oh.
Interesting. Weird. Well, he gets 10 gold
That's you get 10 gold
for his
for bardic
performing things.
performance.
That's bitching.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you the same bat time, the same bat place next week. If there are no other questions.
What?
We don't have anything in the
back
group
into our
fund yet.
What'd you say, Doc?
He's throwing that 10 gold into our group fund.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just make a note of that. We will see you guys again. Also, don't forget to check Discord in the middle of the week because there's going to be some interesting character interactions that I'm going to give you guys to kind of just have to do 10 minutes. It's not homework. If you guys really hate it and you don't want to do it, that's fine. But a lot of
No,
you
I
guys-
actually enjoy it.
I like it because it gives you guys a chance to roleplay a little bit throughout the week, reminds you what's going on in the game. So just check Discord. I'll give you guys the little character development thing, and I'll update the journal. And I look forward to next week, guys.
Sounds
All
good.
right, everybody, have a great night.
All right,
See
see you
Have a
guys.
beautiful time.
Bye. See ya. Bye. See ya.
Love
Bye.